Yeah! Go!
Welcome back to West Ham Irons United for our Matchday Live show. West Ham take on Liverpool at the London Stadium under very different circumstances as to when we took them on last time out in October. I'm Anton, joined by Matt. Matt, you can see from the ticker below, we've been told the team news early doors. We believe there are no changes to the starting 11. What's your thoughts, mate?
Well, first of all, apparently we've got two Bowens in the starting 11.
Oops, where are they? Oh yeah, ignore that. Yeah, we'll need to change that. Yeah. Well spotted, mate.
That wasn't me. That was Happy Hammer in the comments. I just saw it. We spoke about it last night, and I said I'd hope that he stuck with the same team. I was worried that he wouldn't. Well, the fact that he has stuck with the same first 11 means he is actually giving it a go.
Yeah.
He's not worried, and he's not worried about conceding, and he's not worried about what they're going to do. We're going to have a go at them, which is what we were hoping for.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. Absolutely. Get your comments in and let us know your thoughts on the starting lineup. We'll confirm to you 100% when the club announce it, which is in about 7 minutes' time. We'll have several guests on throughout the show as well. And please just stay with us and enjoy the Matchday Live. We give you a bit of commentary, we give you a bit of banter. And Matt, it genuinely does feel like I mean, listen, there's nothing that will take away from the fact that you've been at the game. It's totally different. But this has given me that, feeling that I'm with people, West Ham fans, the family, the connection to the games. It's good, isn't it?
It is. I mean, we do this because, we enjoy it. But it's not the same, is it? I enjoy this. We enjoy this. The guys in the chat will come in. But I just hope we can get back to football at some point soon. Like, I'd love to be in the ground for a game like today. Everyone would be absolutely buzzing. It's 6 in a row. Because we're in the league as well, there's nothing to lose. We could literally just go at it. And it's just the only upsetting thing is we're not there to see it in person. Like, even if we lost today, if we gave it a go, we'll come out of it and go, you know what? The boys gave it a go. And
yeah,
that's all we want from them. And the fact that we can't see it it's kind of upsetting. I mean, there's all these jokes about the fact that, and I think Martin Keown said something in the week, like on TalkSport the other day, that, it's a big part of this, the fact that West Ham fans aren't in the stadium. You'd like to think it's not, because we always get behind the guys, but can you imagine how much better it would be if we were there?
Yeah.
Just,
Right, people are slagging off the fact that I'm hoping that we've actually got the official team at the bottom there. Can you count the players for me? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, we do. Fabianski, Soufal, Dawson, Ogbonna, Creswell in the back four. Rice, Souček protecting. Bowen, Fornals, Benrahma, and Antonio. We've got it all sorted now for everyone in the chat. But listen, guys, remember, today's video is, of course, sponsored by our Matchday sponsor, which is OneFootball.
OneFootball have teamed up with West Ham Irons United in sponsoring our channel for the Matchday Live videos, our Highlights in Words review videos, and the West Ham Weekly videos. OneFootball is a fantastic app that you can download onto your device by clicking the link on the description below, which takes you to the Android shop or the Apple shop, but it's completely free to download. Whatever football information you want to get, just set up the simple notifications where you can receive the latest football news on West Ham or any other football news that interests you as well. You can get up to the minute stats, breaking news, team lineups and live scores as they happen. It really is a one-stop footballing platform with a whole variety of up-to-the-minute football news and, as mentioned, completely free. So please do click on the link below and download, which will also help our channel out. Thank you.
Now listen, he totally deserves it, 100%. He needs to upgrade his video, so he deserves it. But we forgot to put it out on the preview last night, Matt. You forgot to tell me on the preview, and we didn't do our video. So apologies to our our preview sponsors, OneFootball, and we will get that back on track. But as Stel said, with his very mundane voice, get into the description below and and click that button and download the app. It's actually a very, very good app, to be honest. All joking aside. But yes, we finally sorted out the starting 11. And like I said, we'll get official confirmation in 4 minutes' time. So we don't like to say it's 100%, but we, if you watch us each week, we give you the news a good 5-10 minutes before the game actually gets given. And we obviously it's always been correct. But Matt, you and myself were on the preview last night and you were discussing the potential to move it to back five. Are you happy that he's not done that?
Yeah, because I said I was worried. I was more worried he was going to do it. I was worried that he was just going to give Liverpool too much respect. He was going to say give them too much and just be like, because we know what they can do going forward. And it's not in the forward line that they've got their injuries. They've still got Salah, Mane, and Firmino. So, you're a bit worried that Moyes might have gone, they're still playing, so we'll go to a back five just to contain them.
Interestingly, though, we're hearing some very, very basic rumours, and we don't know how true they are. I don't know if you've heard these, Matt, at all. But there's a rumour that Manny might not make today's game due to a knock. Now, we will know in literally 2 minutes' time. But apparently it's some connection to do with one of the players at Liverpool changing his team within the last minute of the last chance and removing Manny from it, and then something else has happened within the thing, and some information has come out, and I don't know if it's true. It could be just rumours, so just keep an eye on this one and we'll know in a minute's time. But we're going to bring in our first guest, Matt, and it's officially a live debut for him. So Irish Tommy, how you doing, Tommy? You okay?
Yeah, doing well. Yeah,
excellent. Thank you so much for joining us, Tommy.
Pleasure.
Tommy, you're currently in whereabouts are you, Tommy?
I'm in Kerry in southwest
Kerry.
Ireland. Yeah, I'm from
Tipperary
originally, but living in Kerry. So.
It's a long way. So the cool thing is, myself and Tommy were having a good chat because my mum's from Tipperary, so we were just getting really kind of familiar with some areas and stuff like that. And I said, just come on the channel and have a chat. So it's really cool to have you on, Tommy. You're everywhere, are you not? You're here, there, and everywhere, are you not? Is this the thing?
Yeah, I'm the Scarlet fucking Pimpernel of West Ham chat, I think. I'm here to seek him there, It's just, I'm all over the place, to be honest. Bit of a slut. Let's be honest.
It's good to have you on, mate. It's good to have you on. Listen, like I said, we've been given some of the team news. We believe this is going to be an unchanged side. What's your thoughts?
That's exactly what I've been expecting. I don't see any particular reason to change it up. Listen, we've won our last 6 games in a row, 4 of them in the Premier League. We're one of the form sides in the Premier League. And while I don't really believe in this, if it ain't broke, don't fix it kind of mentality, I think you absolutely should change your team if you deem it necessary tactically, regardless of people's form or previous results. I think for this game, I think the right thing to do for this game is to leave it unchanged.
Yeah, absolutely, Matt. I mean, like I said, we were talking last night and you were kind of saying that maybe Moyes would look at being a little, a different mindset, but I'm kind of glad that he's not. He's gone down this route if he is going to stick with this particular lineup. When it comes to Liverpool, again, we're going to find out the team news literally in seconds, and we'll obviously see what Liverpool are putting out there. Where do you deem the biggest threat coming from Liverpool today?
It depends what the team is. I've said Mane. If Mane's not playing, then it'd probably be, I don't know, Thiago or even Milner, if Milner's playing.
Mane hasn't made it. Mane is out.
Mane
is out.
He's not on the bench?
No, he is completely out. So he's obviously taken a knock.
Huge news, yeah.
Yep. But what has come in place of him is Origi. So Liverpool's starting lineup is, and I will get the images up in a second. So the starting lineup for Liverpool is Alisson, Alexander-Arnold, Phillips, Henderson, Robertson, Wijnaldum, Milner, Thiago, Shaqiri, Salah, and Origi.
That's blunted them a lot. We were going to get into Liverpool's main threats. And I was going to be talking about, look, it's the front three. It's that Mane, Firmino, Salah axis. They can do a lot of damage. Albeit Firmino doesn't score many goals, he is still an important part of their link-up play up front.
He absolutely is, yeah.
But with Mane out of the picture now, I mean, Jesus, that's huge for us. I think Mane is absolutely quality, and he would have been a real problem for us today. I think Origi, given the style of centre back we have, physical, strong centre backs who are very good with their backs to goal. Ogbonna and Dawson, Kofel as well, very solid at right back. I think they're going to be able to handle Origi very well, as opposed to Mane, who's very quick and runs at you a lot and gets you turned. That could have been a real problem. I was a little worried about Dawson and Kofel as regards that, but I don't have that worry when it comes to Origi.
I think that was when you've got those kind of forward three thinking players, and Manny in particular, he's got such a good low centre of gravity. He's powerful for a small guy. He's fast, he's pacey, he's clever. He can penetrate a ball past the defence. He's got a history of scoring goals against West Ham. So we don't like anyone to be injured, but it's definitely better news for West Ham knowing that you've taken another potential threat out of the equation. But listen, at the end of the day, there's a player there, Origi, who I think he is. Dawson and Ogbonna, I think that's the kind of player they probably would rather play against, like you said, Tommy. But Matt, there's an element of you thinking, is Origi trying to prove the point of trying to get into the side, and stay in the side? What's your thoughts?
I was just looking at the team here, and I'm quite surprised that he's dropped Firmino. That's the thing that's stuck out to me, is that Mane's not in the squad at all, and Firmino's on the bench. Because I was trying to work out where Origi's playing, but it looks like Origi's playing down the middle, and Shaqiri's going out onto one side and Salah on the other. So he really has changed the front line. It's almost an entirely new front three. So there was me bigging up their front three, saying they haven't got any injuries, and that's where we've got to worry. And maybe Moyes had a head start and knew what was going to happen, and that's why he didn't change the team, because now it really does make it an interesting game.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm just trying to get the teams up. We'll bring on another guest coming on just now, and it's Cess, mate. We can see from your name, no Manny, no problem. Come on, mate, talk to me. We heard a couple of minutes beforehand that we expected him to have a knock, but we weren't 100% sure if he was going to make it, and he's not made it. How is that really good news for West Ham?
I'm absolutely over the moon, to say the least. He's probably the one player that I was worried about, to be honest with you, more than Salah, to be honest. You could just tell what he did in the game the other day when he was against Spurs. He absolutely tore him to pieces. We know what he's capable of. Very pacey, very tricky as well. Could cause our fullbacks problems, but now without him, you know what? We could nick a fight. We could nick a win. You never know. But I even said weeks ago that we stand a chance to get Liverpool, avoid injuries, and the way they've been playing recently, I knew we'd had sort of a chance. Now I'm thinking, you know what, we can go for this, to be honest with you. I'm surprised that he's dropped Firmino. Is he injured or what's happening with him?
I think he's on the bench, isn't he? I'm just trying to get the lineup right now, the official.
Yeah,
lineup.
he's on the bench.
I was thinking, no, great, Firmino's going to come in, but then he's playing Origi and Shaqiri as well.
Yeah, I mean, all players that we all know about, Tommy, Shaqiri. I mean, there's players there that have got to prove a point. Is that something we need to be concerned about, or after seeing the news today, are you feeling even a lot more confident than what you were before?
No, look, I think this is ideal for us, really. I mean, you look at the kind of players that are out for them. If you just said to us, they're going to be missing the likes of Van Dijk, they're going to be missing Matip. They're going to be missing. Who else is out? There's just so many players out now. Mane, Fabinho. Is just so many players out. I mean, this is the best chance we're going to have to beat them in a long time. So it's definitely a very weakened Liverpool team. So we should be quite confident that we have a real chance of getting a result here. But obviously, looking at the 11 they do have out, there's still a lot of very good players on that pitch. And we shouldn't just assume that they're there for the taking and that we're going to go win this now. Shaqiri is capable of playing a very good game. Origi is capable of playing a very good game. Milner, I'm thinking, this is his third game in a week or so. I think Milner is going to be a real problem for Liverpool today. I think we can get at Milner. I'd imagine he's going to be struggling a bit second half, particularly. He's played a lot of football. So while I do think this is our best chance in a long time to get a result against them, I still think we're going to have to perform like really, really well to get the win here. If we're not really at it, then there's still every possibility that we lose this.
Yeah, absolutely. Matt, discussing the game, where do you think the game's potentially going to be won, or where's the real battle today between West Ham and Liverpool?
It could be the wings, because for all the injuries they have got, they do still have Alexander-Arnold and Robertson, who are two world-class fullbacks, and they've still got the width in front of them of like Shaqiri and Salah. So it could come down to which set of wide players performs better on the day. You got, it looks like Soufal could be busy trying to contain Salah. Cresswell's going to have Shaqiri, who's not as quick as Salah, but he's more technical, and obviously we know he's a big, bulky winger, so he's got a lot of strength in him. I look at it and like Tommy mentioned about Milner, he's a player I like. He player that still has a massive impact on that team. I think this is his third start in 6 days, and that's a lot to ask for a player at 35. So I don't know what sort of impact he's going to have on the team. Again, you've got another new pairing at the back for Liverpool. It's Henderson and Phillips.
Yeah,
I don't think Phillips contained Haller quite well in the first game, but Antonio's a different proposition entirely. So there's a lot of little battles and little positions on the pitch where we're going to see it. It could come down to who wants it more. I don't think you're going to see Liverpool play it as technically well as they usually would, just because of the lack of the front three. The occasion they're not going to have that interchanging, quick passing knowledge they normally get from the front three. Because I wouldn't be able to tell you the last time they played those three as a starting front three for their team.
Yep. Another thing though to look at here, and I put the comment up, is Leicester are currently getting beat by Leeds. Results are going for West Ham this weekend, and it really catapults West Ham into a position. If we win this game today,
if we win this and Leicester lose, I think that puts us 1 point off third, 1 point behind Leicester, who are in third. It's madness.
It's absolutely crazy, isn't it? I think we're all. I said this. I was on Young Jake's channel this morning, and he was talking away to him. And I think it's and it'll be interesting to hear your point of view, Tommy, in particular. I suppose where's your head at going into all these games? In particular, out with today. What's your opinion on what Moyes is doing and how much it's changed your opinion on things?
To be honest, I'm quite stunned. I did not expect this whatsoever. I thought this was going to be a really difficult season with a genuine threat of relegation. I have to hold my hands up. I was predicting Moyes would probably be sacked by Christmas. I thought this was going to be really bad. It's been the exact opposite. I'm quite stunned at what he's done, really. If you'd have said to me that we'd be playing Liverpool on the final day of January in a 6-pointer, I'd have thought, to be honest, that something has gone terribly, terribly wrong at Liverpool. Like, what are they doing down here, near the relegation zone? I would not have thought that was us challenging Liverpool towards the top of the table. But here we are. It's quite astounding, the job that Moyes has done. And when you consider how quickly he's done it as well. This has not been a slow burn, slowly improving us season on season. He's taken us from a team that just about scraped survival last season to a team now that, if we win today, you have to say we are genuinely challenging for a Champions League spot. This is not us after 10 games, because the table can look a bit weird after 10 games. But if we're able to say this after 22 games, that we're in fourth and we're 1 point off third, it's game on. And because of our consistency, I would say that we are absolutely, at that point, challenging for a Champions League place.
You can't help but think, I'm going into each game and my confidence is growing, and there's still a small element in the background that's going, when will the real West Ham place stand up? But I can't help but think that this is the real West Ham. Matt, you were talking yesterday about, it wasn't so long ago we were talking about switching from a back five to a back four and worried about it. We've done it, and we've solidified that formation and done really well. And now we're sitting here again saying, if we go back to a back five, is that a problem? You know, first and foremost, we thought that Moyes only had one formation to work with, but he's now proving the fact that he can actually do two formations. It's also proving the fact that he doesn't need to go out there into the transfer market. I think he should, and bring in a striker, a recognised striker, because he's got the squad and he's utilising the players for what they're worth. It's really interesting when you hear neutral fans' opinions on West Ham right now. And in particular, even like Liverpool fans. I spoke to a Liverpool fan this morning, and their opinion was, you know, even with our backup Liverpool side, we should still be able to turn up and turn over West Ham, because the biggest threat against Liverpool would be the set pieces. And my opinion to them was, it's not set pieces that's going to be your biggest concern. It's going to be a mixture of the midfield battle and the fact that we are actually starting to play football. And now we're turning up with Souček and Rice. Matt, how important are these guys today in West Ham pushing forward and trying to get one over Liverpool like we desperately need to?
If we're going to have any chance today, they're going to have to both be on their A game again. You know, I mean, I don't know how many times. I mean, there's been a very rare occasion they haven't been on their A game this season. But probably more Rice, actually. Rice had a couple of games where he wasn't at it, whereas I'm yet to find Souček have like a bad game. And they're going to both need to be on it again. Like I said, I mean, you know, it looks like they're sort of playing three in the midfield, so they're definitely going to have their work cut out. But you hope that the fact that maybe if Fornals or Benrahma can sort of slot in at times and make it three across the midfield to let them compete against them. When I look at it, I think that Wijnaldum and Thiago between them would be more technically gifted attacking players than Souček and Rice with the ball on the floor.
Yeah.
But I don't think they'd be interested in a physical battle between the two of them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I think we've got. I'll be honest. I think we have to be brave. You know, I don't want to see us, you know, just sitting back, soaking up the pressure, and then looking to hit on the counter. I think we have to press high up the field against them. I think when Alisson has the ball, we have to be pushed up on them. Make them play out from the back if they want, but make it difficult for them to do it. I think we've got to be in their faces, high energy, high pressure game. And if we can do that, and we have the players to do it, then I think we can have a lot of joy there.
I couldn't agree with you more, Tommy. It's like about the high press, and West Ham are doing a lot better at the high press. Every now and then, when maybe we go 1-0 up, we start to drop that high press. But like you said, this is a game where if I was Moyes, I would be going, put the pressure on that back four. At the end of the day, we know they've got players that can step into that position and do well. They're not the starting 11, but we need to put the high press onto them. And that's why you look at players like Lingard, for example, the signing of Lingard, who is very good at the high press. He presses non-stop. He's fit, he's fast, and he's clever. So, you know, you can see what Moyes is trying to do. West Ham are going to... They've got their problems in the back line, Liverpool, and that's what West Ham need to do. Like you said, Tommy, be in front of them, put them under pressure. They're going to play the ball from the back, as most clubs are doing these days. They don't want the ball to be volleyed forward, and it's in particular today, because you've got Dawson and Ogbonna are going to look at that and go, okay, they're going to try and play the ball through the feet, but they don't have their normal players. I think they're going to try and play the ball through Thiago as much as they possibly can today, and this is where Rice and Souček are going to have to step into the slot and go, if we nullify that threat, that's where we remove any potential possibility of Liverpool going forward. That's not me saying that other players in that team are not a threat. We all know what Thiago is capable of on his day. Matt?
It's like I said, he's one that I'm worried about. I mean, Wijnaldum's good, but he's not going to dictate the play, and that is literally the job that Thiago's been brought in to do, was to be that guy that can unlock a defence and play a pass. Because even last year, that was sort of the one thing they missed in the midfield. I think missing Henderson from the midfield, I know he's still playing, but him not being in the midfield is going to be another massive loss for him, really.
Yeah. Because
he's probably the guy that would... I mean, Milner will try and compete, and he'll be physical against Rice and Souček, but I don't think he'll be able to do that for 90 minutes. And Henderson would have been the one you'd want alongside him doing it. So the fact that he's got to drop down to the defence is going to be a big loss for the way they compete. But it is going to be, with no Mane. Mane's the one that normally drops deep into like a number 10. Or him and Firmino would sort of swap between the two of them to pick up the ball. Origi's not really going to do that. He wants to get in behind. Shaqiri might try and do it, but from out on the wing, it's going to make him ineffectual on the wing. So it
Absolutely.
is really, you're looking at a lot of it to come straight through the middle through Thiago, and it's if we give him the time on the ball to stop and pick out passes, he's going to hurt us.
Yeah.
To be honest, I think in the Premier League there's so much quality. Look, any team that you give time and space to are going to do you, aren't they? Give time and space to Burnley, they'll probably beat you. You can't do it. But obviously, especially with the better teams who have the more technical players like Liverpool, it is vital, I think, that you press them and press them high, press them all the time, make sure every pass is made under pressure, and then they become very, very mortal. So I think that is really important. But also, I do agree with the notion that we can have a lot of joy on set pieces today. I think we can really trouble them on corners and free kicks put into the box. It seems to me, looking at their lineup, that we'd have quite a kind of a height and physicality advantage. So I hope that we'll be able to actually bully them on set pieces. I think it'll be kind of similar to when we were at Elland Road. If you remember, we gave Leeds unbelievable trouble at set pieces. I think it could be more like that today for us.
Yeah, actually,
I think we can really, really hurt Liverpool on set pieces today.
Yeah. Absolutely. Let's take a look at the West Ham subs bench. Martin, Fredericks, Diop, Johnson, Balbuena, Noble, Lanzini, Yarmolenko and Odubiko. I think there's going to be an important part to play from the bench today. At some point, I think in the second half. Depends on, obviously, if West Ham are cruising, you could say. But if we're not cruising and the game's at 0-0, do you stick or twist, Tommy?
I suppose it depends on the individual performances. Obviously, if you have a player, just for example, say if Benrahma is completely ineffective, not playing well, or if Fornals or Bowen, if any of them are just completely ineffective and are not impacting the game whatsoever, having a bad day, and I think Bowen has been poor the last couple of games, then by all means I think you can change it. But I wouldn't change it just for the sake of changing. I mean, if we're playing really well, and we're very much in the game, and we're really going well, and we're motoring, and we're giving Liverpool loads, we just haven't scored, then I'd be inclined to say, all right, just stick with it, and hopefully here the goal will come. I wouldn't necessarily change it for the sake of changing it. If the team are really, really at it, I would just let them go and hope that the goal will just come. But like I say, of course, if somebody's having a stinker, and you feel like someone can come off the bench and replace them and do a better job, then by all means. But I think substitutions are always, for me, are very, very situational. You can only really decide it at the time based on what you're seeing.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's jump into some of the comments and see what everyone else is saying. Marcus Lieb is saying Stell's OneFootball ad is priceless, and yes, it is, mate. Just make sure you jump into the link in the description and download the app. It's completely free. Theo is saying so wooden. Yes, you have nailed it on the head, mate. Darcy Williams, I'm assuming you are a Liverpool fan. You're saying you're going to lose. Well, I just hope you are completely wrong, and come back on if you are wrong. It'd be good to have a chat. John Kedward, yes, he's blinking. Save our souls in Morse code. Don't know what he's saying here. Free the Stell. Let's have a look and see here what everyone is saying. Sean Hosey is saying good luck to Hammers. Please believe. Absolutely. Peach, hope you're well. You absolute madman. Hope Lingard starts. There was rumours kicking about before the game that Lingard was going to be in the squad. He wasn't signed in enough time to make the squad for today, but he is at the ground and he has been training in his training kit. And I think there was a video that was released by some social account and thought that he was potentially going to be in the squad, but he doesn't make the squad again, like we've said, for that reason. What's this here? People are obviously talking about Lingard. I mean, Tommy, while we're on the Lingard discussion, what's your thoughts on him?
Yeah, I'm quite happy with it. Look, I mean, obviously, I wasn't dancing around the room or anything when he signed, but I think there's not really much of a downside to this. He's on loan until the end of the season. He's cheap, was it 1.5 million loan fee and 75 or 80k a week? So what? That's nothing. Worst case scenario is he gives some squad depth. So if we do get a little spate of injuries there in midfield, there's an extra body in there that can come in. and play. So there's no harm having him just purely for squad depth. On the other hand, he is a very, very talented player, actually. I know it's easy to forget because he hasn't been in the public eye or the public mind for a long time, given how things have gone at United for him. But he is actually a very talented player. So if he comes in and actually plays something like his best, he's actually going to be a very, very useful player for us to have. And, can put pressure on the likes of Benrahma, Fornals, Lanzini, Bowen to say, look, I'm here now too, and I want that place in the team.
Yeah.
And maybe it just gives them a little bit of a G up to say, okay, I better perform here because, Lingard's here now. And so I don't see too much of a downside. Worst case scenario, we have some extra squad depth, even if we don't see much of him.
Yeah.
Best case scenario is he gets back to his best under Moyes here and would be actually a serious threat for us, because my big problem with this team actually at the moment is the lack of goals coming from the attacking midfielders. Antonio does his bit up front, scores his few goals, but the three players behind him, whether it's been Benrahma, Fornals, Bowen, Lanzini, Yarmolenko, we see actually very, very few goals coming from there. They have got to up their game in a big way when it comes to scoring goals. They contribute a lot in the 90 minutes as regards their work rate, winning the ball back, doing their tackling, passing. They assists, they can be quite good at times, all of them. Yeah. But I think they've all really got to start chipping in with goals, because there's just not nearly enough coming from there.
Yeah, Matt, what do you think with regards to what Tommy said there about the obviously, because there is a lack of goals from that midfield area, apart from obviously Thomas Souček, but when the likes of Bowen, Fornals, Benrahma, do you agree with what Tommy's saying? Do you think they need to start chipping them in the goals, or do you think they're giving enough into the game each week, or do you think that they're building up in their skill set and their confidence in each game that's played?
I think Bowen said himself, didn't he, that when he got his last goal, that he's not scored enough goals recently. He needs to score more. I'm sure he wants double goals for the season. Benrahma's not scored any yet. I'm sure he's not used to not scoring. He'd be getting double figures each season for Brentford. So we do need more goals, and bringing Lingard in, it's really like a no-lose situation, because Man United weren't using him. We need nothing. If nothing else, we need depth in our squad. We needed players, so it gives us an option across the front three. And let's not forget that he's aiming to get an England team for the Euros.
Yeah. So
this is for him. There's an opportunity to do it. He needs to play well to get into Europe. This is his one chance to do it. And so Moyes has said to him, Moyes, he said in an interview himself that he's not come in expecting to start. He's been told he's got to get the hard work in to do it, and he's prepared to do it. So it's not really going to be... We're not going to lose much from it. And hopefully, the competition for places drives the other players to play better, and then they'll start scoring.
It's funny you actually mentioned that, because that's where the route I was maybe going to go down there when it came to that. You've got the likes of Lanzini, you're going to have Lingard, you're going to have Fornals, Benrahma. There is competition for places, players that are similar or creative, offer different options. Yarmolenko, there's players there that want to get on that park and start week in and week out. So if these players are looking over their shoulder and going, okay, I need to up my game. Now the thing is, there is an element of I want them to contribute with goals more. But still, if Benrahma keeps playing the way he's playing, like I want him to get a goal, because I do think he may progress and move on again, and then move on to the next level. But if we keep going through the season as it is, with these players not contributing, and Thomas Souček getting another 9 goals and Antonio performing to the level, I mean, it's still going to be a great season. But Tommy, there is that kind of element that you're saying that we've got nothing really to lose now, so we should just be fronting up against these teams, and in particular against Liverpool, where the world's eyes are on the telly watching this game. In particular today, because we know of the fan base abroad when it comes to Liverpool, and it's now to turn round to the Premier League and go, hello, West Ham are here, you've awoken a monster. And Moyes has put us in this position, and this is where I'm a lot appreciative of the signings that he's bringing in. Lingard has dropped his standards over the last couple of years, albeit he's got a lot of personal problems. But Moyes is bringing in players that fit a system and can be a piece of the jigsaw, rather than signing a £40 million striker or £40 million midfielder because the fans want to see that signature. And that's where I'm going to put all my faith in right now, because Moyes has changed my opinion so much, and I'm thinking that Lingard will come in and offer that support. I always think about the defence right now, and I'll come on to this one with you, Tommy, as well. Ogbonna and Craig Dawson. If you'd have said that to me last year, but before Project Restart, I would never have believed that would be our starting pairing in the back. That Project Restart really was the beginning of what we really brought in Ogbonna for. And then we thought it was either going to be Diop or Balbuena, and now it's Mr. Craig Dawson in there. I mean, how vital has our defensive positioning been this year, Tommy?
Well, our season's essentially been built on it. You know, without our defensive solidity, I mean, we're way back the league from where we are. You know, we're not exactly a free scoring team. I know we've had some games where we've scored 3 or 4, but the few and far between. Generally, we'll score 1 goal, maybe 2. So really, it's been our defensive solidity that has got us to where we are now. And like you said, no one would have believed this, you know, before the start of the season. If you said it'll be Ogbonna and Craig Dawson, and we'd have kept, was it 4 clean sheets or something in a row, or some crazy stuff like that. And so yeah, I think our success is absolutely built on that defensive solidity. But I think actually more so than Dawson coming in and doing a good job, I think it's been Sofal has been the key here.
Yeah.
When he came in first, Moyes was playing wing backs, and Sofal started for us actually as a wing back, and he was doing okay as a wing back. He was quite solid. I thought he was getting 6s and 7s every game. He was doing okay. He looked decent, but to me, he looked like a £5 million defender. Nothing particularly special. But then, since we've gone to a flat back 4 and he started playing in his proper position as an orthodox right back, I mean, he's absolutely transformed. And right now on form, you have to say he is possibly the best right back in the league right now on form. So he's been an absolute revelation. Because, you know, before Dawson was there, Balbuena actually was playing very, very well for us as a centre-back alongside Ogbonna. So it hasn't just been Dawson, you know, in there. And before that, it was 3 at the back, where it was Oggy, Balbuena and Cresswell as the left centre-back. And Cresswell was playing very well as the left centre-back. So I think the big difference for me, really, defensively, has been Sofal, because that right-back position was a real problem for us for some time. And I think we were all kind of crying out, saying we have to sign a right-back because it's a problem. Sofal has solved that, and I think because of that, we've become much more solid as a back 4.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm going to show an image just now which probably shows how West Ham, the team, the squad are feeling, which is the unity between all the players. I mean, listen, I know they scored a goal and I know you always get the celebrations, but you do get that genuine vibe that there's a strong unity within the West Ham squad, and it's really, really nice to see. And hopefully that's coming onto the fan base, and the fan base is given, you know, I know we can't be there, and it's crap that we can't be there, but you know, I feel like these guys are playing every single game with their heart on their sleeve and actually showing why they want to turn up. And in actual fact, Matt, how many times have we said it this season? Sometimes when you're trying to choose a man of the match or try and even see a negative in the side, sometimes you're actually struggling to find that. And you're then clutching at straws to see who's maybe not had such a great game. And are we clutching at straws when we're having not a dig, Tommy, but, you know, digging out the midfielders for not scoring more goals?
Well, yeah, because I think, you know, that's... Oh, sorry.
No, it's fine.
Was it me?
Yeah, go for it, yeah.
All right, sorry, I just saw Matt pop up on the screen there. I thought I was stealing his thunder. Yeah, look, I mean, I know you can say I'm nitpicking, but you kind of have to now, because defensively we're excellent. The results are excellent. You know, we're flying it. We're winning games, 6 in a row now. So you kind of have to nitpick to find flaws, but I just feel like if we're going to maximize our potential this season, because this is one of those weird seasons where it seems anything is possible, and can you imagine if we qualified for Champions League? I mean, and I think it's one of those seasons given now that we're over halfway through the season, it's one of those seasons where it's just possible. And I just feel like the one thing that can really put us over the top and have us actually finish in a ridiculous position is if we start getting goals from that sector. Look, we beat Palace last Tuesday evening. We got 2 goals from a defensive midfielder and 1 from a centre-back. We can't keep relying on that to fire us into Europe.
Yeah,
we can't. If we can get those 3 behind Antonio starting to actually chip in with some goals, and they're all capable of scoring, then I just think that would be the catalyst for us having an actually insanely successful season, which could even include, potentially winning the FA Cup.
Yeah. Oh, don't get me started, Tommy. I'm sitting here dreaming and I'm getting excited and I'm like, am I getting carried away with myself? But
you know what I mean? Like I just feel like that's just that missing piece of the jigsaw.
Yeah, you're
start
right.
Scoring goals from that sector, and that could be it. We could be off to the races.
Oh, 100%. Before we bring in our other guest, please make sure and get in your comments just now the predictions, what you think the game will finish up and end up today. Now, we will jump into the comments in a minute and get chatting with everyone in the chat, and hope you are all well and thanks for tuning in. But everyone, please welcome Jake back from West Ham Unofficial. Go over and hit the subscribe button for Jake's channel. He is doing such a grand job for such a young lad. And Jake, how are you feeling about the lineup? Happy?
Yeah, not too bad, Anton, and yeah, I'm excited, especially looking at that starting lineup and looking that Mane isn't there, Firmino isn't there, and they've got a very rotated and weakened front 3 for me. I think we can really go at them, and we've got a great chance this afternoon. I'm very confident.
Yeah, absolutely, Jake. Thoughts on the fact that Mane is missing for Liverpool and obviously Origi steps into his position?
Well, Mane, there's no kind of ifs or buts about it, as you say, Anton. I think that it's definitely kind of, he's their biggest player, in my opinion. He's so dangerous with his pace down that left-hand side. And I just think that he's such a big miss for them. And Origi coming in, we've been linked with him. It'd be typical if he scored today, wouldn't it? But yeah, he's nowhere near as much kind of power and like threat as Mane is for me.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. Absolutely. Let's get into some of the comments then, Jake, and everyone there, and we'll see what everyone else is saying. Oggy and Dawson would much prefer to play against Origi rather than Mane. I think, Tommy, you mentioned that. I think they're going to be a lot more suited to that. Yeah?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Mane would have been a bit of a nightmare, especially when you've got to try and deal with Salah on the other side. With both of them making runs, they're both quick, very clever runs. It would have been difficult trying to kind of keep an eye on both of them. But I think with Mane gone now, it definitely is simplified a little bit for us.
Yeah, absolutely. Everyone's commenting there saying that, oh no, Mane, that bodes well for us. And then people are saying if it doesn't get big enough carrot as it is, Leeds have gone 2-1 up against Leicester. But I think they've actually gone 3-1 up against Leicester from what I last heard. Is that right, Matt? Yeah?
Yeah, it finished 3-1.
Yeah, it finished 3-1 as well. Wow, yeah. Excellent. Right battle, this is from London Amaze 2021. Right battle is in the right wing position. Do you agree with that, Matt?
I suppose you've got Salah and Robertson against Soufal and Bowen. So I personally think you'll get more out of Salah than you will out of Shaqiri. Robertson's not been at his best this year, but then again, a lot of Liverpool haven't been at their best. I said it, I think it'll be the wings. But then again, you could equally argue that it'd be the midfield. I think everyone's going to have to win their individual battles today, and whoever wins more over the pitch will probably end up winning it.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, I think. I think Salah will be on the other side. I think he'll pull onto Cresswell's side more often than the other.
I mean, it might be the fact that now, obviously, today in particular, that because Firmino is not there and Origi's playing. I mean, he's going to be the big target man up top. But we do know he's capable of playing. But I think we might find that Salah and Shaqiri will have a bit of a maybe a free role to do. It'll be interesting to see what Klopp does, to be honest, because they've come off of a good victory against Tottenham, but since then have lost a few other players, and that's obviously big news for West Ham.
Yeah, well, I mean, if Salah wants to go over that side and come in onto his right foot, I'm absolutely happy for him to do so.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see what other people are saying here. Marcus, hopefully our defence can keep Salah quiet today and really frustrate them. I mean, our defence have been holding it up against some of the best players in the Premier League. We're 19 games in. We're in the highest position we've been in, 35 points. We've conceded only 24 goals. We've scored 30 goals. You know, we're keeping the goals against us as at bay. Do you feel threatened, Jake? I mean, I know you've done your preview earlier today, but since you've done your preview, there's been even more changes to the Liverpool lineup.
Yeah, well, we were saying earlier on there, Anton, that we do fear that front three, and 2/3 of that has just been completely wiped out. So, yeah, definitely not as worried now. And on my preview, I had a lovely tour of Anton's house. Very nice.
Yeah, the kids ran in around, so I had to stand up and walk around for you, Jake. There, so yeah, no worries, mate. People are saying here. Jay Woods is saying Antonio to run riot against their centre-backs, Irons. Tommy, Antonio missed some absolute sitters against Palace. But that's not, no one's judging him on it. It's just the fact that he did genuinely miss 4 really clear-cut chances. He'll definitely be wanting to prove something today. I mean, is this the day that he can do it, especially against a weakened Liverpool defence?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I felt for him in the Palace game. I really did. He just had one of those days where the ball was just determined to not go in for him. And I remember after the last really good chance he had, where he hooked the ball wide of the far post. He was absolutely livid with himself. He was hopping mad, jumping around, screaming at himself, and then after he went off, the camera cut him up in the stand, and he was still berating himself and shaking his head at himself. He was an unbelievably angry and frustrated man, and I think Liverpool's centre-backs and full-backs are going to feel the brunt of that today. I think we're going to see angry Antonio, who is going to be absolutely at it today and determined that he is going to score a couple of goals today. And given that we got away with his misses against Palace, it might just be perfect for us today, because I think this is a hugely motivated Antonio today. He wants a couple of goals. He is a mad, angry Antonio, and I don't think Liverpool are going to like a mad, angry Antonio.
And we do know that Antonio likes to play against Liverpool. I think he's got 4 goals in his last 6 games against them. But then, Matt, here's a comment that could potentially bring us back to earth ever so slightly from when skies are grey. Big ifs. We are playing the champions and their team's still strong enough to beat us. And there is no ifs or buts about it. When you talk to Liverpool fans, they do, even though they've got a lot of injuries, they still have a lot of faith in their full squad. And their full squad is what won them the Premier League.
It is, but they did build that off the back of Van Dijk and Gomez. They're just... Van Dijk was an £80 million centre-back, and he's probably worth more than that now. I don't want to say he single-handedly changed it, but when Klopp come in and when they had Rodgers, you always knew that the goalkeeper was iffy and the centre-backs were dodgy. And he brought in, obviously, Alisson, and he brought in Van Dijk. And Van Dijk does make a massive difference. He organises that team, he barks it about, which I'm pretty sure is why Henderson's now playing there. In fairness, they'd actually have Fabinho's playing there for a little while now, and he was actually looking pretty solid as a centre-back. He was looking like he could, almost like a Declan Rice, he could play both, hold midfield and centre-back. Henderson is not a centre-back. Henderson's there because he's vocal and he can organise and push everyone about. But, Henderson's... They're lucky that we only play one up front, because if Antonio spends his whole game pulling on to Henderson, he's going to have a horrible time. He will just maul Henderson over. He's not even got the strength to compete with Antonio, let alone the pace. That's why I keep talking about the attacking players, because the defence is going to be their weak point. They're going to struggle.
Can I actually put one out there? I've actually got a bold prediction for today.
All right, go for it.
I think today we're going to get our first penalty of the season.
Yep. You said that. You said that actually.
Yeah.
You done a video for us yesterday in the preview. Yeah.
Yes, I did. But here I have a question for you guys and the people in the chat. If that happens, who would you give it to?
We spoke about this, didn't we, Matt? Did we not speak about this recently?
Yeah.
Was it on the
maybe
Match Day
last week?
Live?
Might have been last week, yeah. But I think there's a rumour floating about that Declan Rice is on penalties.
Oh.
But that being said, I'd actually give it to Souček. Because he took penalties for Slavia and for Czech Republic. He's their number one penalty taker. You know, I know Antonio took the one against Man United, but it was only given that because
that was a gift from Umbro. Yeah.
To get
I've heard.
Listen,
I have heard a rumour that the Premier League are thinking about bringing in a new rule which states that you can bring on a substitution to take the penalty. Therefore, that's why West Ham are keeping Mark Noble in the squad. Hint, 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 wink, wink. I'm only winding you up. That's not the truth. But yeah, it'll be interesting because obviously we've not had one, so we don't have a clue really what's going on. And I have heard, and I have seen that rumour about Declan Rice potentially taking it. Listen, the thing we don't see with Declan Rice is his absolute. He has got ability and a half. He is extremely clever, not just clever at the job that he does, but he can drive forward. He's got a bit of trickery in him. He's got a bit of skill in him, and his ball placement as well. You can see that's why he's starting to attempt to shoot from distance, because he's got a proper beautiful curl of a shot on him, doesn't he? I don't know if any of you guys have ever seen some of the training videos that the club put out, and some of the stuff he used to do for the youth team when he was playing in the youth setup as well. But at the end of the day, with the current Liverpool lineup and the current Liverpool team, they went over 400 minutes, 450 minutes it was over, without scoring a goal in the Premier League. But in each of those games had about 90 to 100 chances. So their shot conversion is not great. And that's something that West Ham still need to be wary about. It doesn't matter who Liverpool play; they still attack, and that's why we need to be so mindful of this. But this, in my opinion, is where Thomas Souček and Declan Rice have to even move their game to the next level against the champions of the country.
Yeah. See, my thinking on this is obviously they're stunted in attack, and we're extremely difficult to score against. So, would anyone argue that you really don't see Liverpool scoring any more than 2 here today? It would be incredible for Liverpool to score more than 2, given their injuries and given how solid we are at the back, how stingy we are defensively. And if that pans out, if they either don't score or score 1 goal, even 2, we're with the right chance in this game, because I do think we'll score.
Yeah.
You know, so if we can keep them to 2 goals or less, and I think we almost inevitably will, we're in this game.
Isn't it mad to think, Jake, isn't it mad to think that literally 1 year ago to the day that we would probably be sitting here doing a preview and not remotely speaking in the tongue that we're speaking in just now? We are like, it's a whole new West Ham that we're witnessing. You know, we were doing the Match Day Live against Crystal Palace last week, and we went obviously 1-0 down in the first couple of minutes. And what was the first thing that Stell said, Matt? Don't worry, guys. Do not worry. That's the old West Ham where you panic. We've opened the floodgates. Crystal Palace will push on, get a couple more. We'll lose the game 3-0. But we didn't. We didn't give up. We just actually, literally, as if we set out for the game, forgot that they scored the goal and just treated the game as 0-0 and moved on. And that's how we turned over. You know what they were doing. Jake, what were you going to say there?
On your point there, Anton, I think, definitely last year, that kind of, we're going to be thumped today. I think there's a chance that we're going to lose 4-0, 3-0, 5-0. But, I mean, it's the new West Ham now. As you said, this day last year we would have been worrying that we were going to get absolutely thumped. But today I think the tables have turned, because I really think that, for me, I think Mane isn't there. They've got very weak in front three. They've got no pace Henderson at centre back that Antonio's going to bully. And I think that for me, I think that we're going into this modest favourites for me.
Yeah, I mean, do you agree with that?
I mean, you can't run the right Liverpool off, can you? They are the reigning, the reigning Premier League champions, and I think they're still technically the reigning world champions as well. Obviously, they lost the Champions League last season, but look at the players they've got. Most of them are still walking to our first team. I said the defence is questionable because they've got an inexperienced-ish centre back and Jordan Henderson, but I mean, Salah, Origi, and Shaqiri would still probably start. Anyone outside the top 8, that would be, or even top 7 maybe, that would be their starting lineup. That would be their front 3. I mean, Salah, Origi, and Shaqiri would equally not necessarily walk. Well, Salah would walk into our team. Origi would definitely compete with Antonio, so you can't write him off. But I think you take into consideration everything that's going on. Their form. Like I said, they went almost the entire month without scoring. The defence, the injuries, it all sort of gels together to put us in a good position. But you can't underestimate. You can respect them. But you can't underestimate them. You can't give them too much. You don't want to give them too much respect. You've got to go out there and attack them, but you don't want to go all out and leave it 3v3 at the back, because then you're inviting them to punish
we
you.
don't do that. We don't do that. We don't go gung ho really. We're very structured, I think, under Moyes. Everyone knows their job. Everyone knows their role. We don't tend to overextend ourselves and get too many players forward and get caught on the counter. So I wouldn't be too worried about that.
A big game today. A big game today for a big game for everyone, I suppose it is. But I want to talk about Pablo Fornals as of late, because we all know what he's definitely capable of doing in terms of. I mean, on your point, I suppose you could say, Tommy, he was brought in to be that kind of clever, intelligent footballer, because that's what he'd done in his career before he came to West Ham. Moyes has absolutely transformed him into this absolute machine in the midfield, covering so much ground, covering so much area, tracking back, moving forward. But as of late, we're seeing that alongside his creative skills. Him and Benrahma are starting to pick up a little bit of a partnership together, and they're kind of playing the ball, and we're starting to really see the creative side of Fornals coming out of the park. What is your thoughts on Fornals?
I absolutely love Fornals. I always have, to be honest, but then I'm a sucker for any player who'll run his ass off for 90 minutes non-stop and put a huge shift in. They don't necessarily have to be the best players in the world. I just love players with that attitude who are willing to graft for the team. Bowen is the same on the other side. But you're right. For a while there was a lot of graft, but there wasn't much by way of end product from him going forward. He wasn't really supplementing the attack well enough. But I do think he's changing that. I think he's adding kind of a little more nous to his game in the attack. Some of his passing has been fantastic. I mean, there were a couple of balls he played against Burnley that were just absolutely fabulous balls. I actually think he's a little bit of a victim of his own attitude to a degree. I think he's a number 10, to be honest. I'd much rather see him in the centre behind Antonio and Benrahma out to the left. I think whenever I see Fornals in that central position is when I see those, mostly when I see those little clever passes that he does, the little flicks, the little passes round the corner. I really hope he spends more of his time in the number 10 role today than he does on the left. And I think then we'll see even more from him. And I think it'd probably help Benrahma to be away from that central, kind of congested central area as well. He can pick the ball up on that inside left channel and operate there. He can get some joy out there. So I really love Fornals, and I think he is improving in his attacking play. I think we'll start to see more assists from him. I would like to see some goals as well. But I think if we play him centrally, I think he'll be much better than he will on the left.
And that's not that Fornals hasn't had chances. We all know that Fornals has had chances. He's just not been able to put them away, unfortunately. But, when it comes to today's game in particular, I think I said this on your preview, Jake, and I said it on our preview last night. And if you haven't watched Jake's preview, he put it out this morning. Go and check it out. Really good. He had loads of different fans on as well, so it was a good laugh. But I said there about Benrahma, when I say stepping up to the plate, it's not that he's not been stepping up to the plate, but his penetrating balls over the last couple of games have been immense. He's been clever on the ball, he's been collecting the ball, he's been doing a little bit like what Fornals is doing, but we are starting to see the fact that he can play that ball through the middle of the defence, and the fact that Liverpool do have a weak inside, and particularly in the defence, this is where it's going to be absolutely key. But the comment just coming in now is talking about Odubika, who played the other night, got a brace. Yes, okay, in the under 23s, but he is absolutely tearing it apart. Do you think at any point today we'll see Odubika, or do you think it's going to be your kind of typical Moyes' substitution when it comes to, you know, giving Antonio a rest, bringing Yarmolenko on in preparation for him?
Sorry, who's
Depends
that?
on the goals.
That's Jake. Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
sorry.
sure.
Yeah.
Good
So, well, really, I think that it depends. Obviously, it depends kind of what. For me today, no, I think that would be tough for his kind of like first like proper. If we're going to give him some time today, really isn't the time. I mean, if we're 3-0 up, that's not going to happen. Happy days, bring him on. But for me, I don't think he'll get much more than 5-10 minutes today if it's as close as we think it's going to be.
Yeah, absolutely. Anyone else?
Yeah, I think it's likely that Antonio will play the entire game. I also think that if he does come off, it will be very late, and it would be for Yarmolenko, I suspect. Now, it depends on how Bowen is going, because obviously almost every game we see Yarmolenko replace Bowen. But the last day it was Yarmolenko coming on for Antonio. So, again, like Jake says, I think a lot will depend on the scoreline, but I expect it will be a tight game. So
Yeah.
I don't expect Moyes to risk Odebeko today. I don't think he'll feel like it would be the right game to throw him in against Liverpool in a very tight game. I think he'd more likely, if he brings Antonio off at all, which I don't think he'll do, it would more likely be for Yarmolenko, I suspect.
Yeah, absolutely. Interesting comments coming in here. Chatwin Records, my friends are Liverpool fans, they're nervous, said it's their worst team they've put out in years, but we still have to be very cautious of a Liverpool side, doesn't matter what side the team they put out.
I've seen worse Liverpool teams the last few years than that.
Yeah, absolutely. Happy Hammer is saying, glad to see us getting players based on their attitude, because that's just as important as a skill. Yeah, and apparently, you know, Moyes is doing his characteristic tests on players, so he's going to bring them in, he's going to have a chat with them, and he's going to explain to them, listen, there's no dead set that you're going to start in this team. I think that's the opinion he's put across to players like Lingard. Like, you're not just going to come in and walk into this team, you're going to have to work hard, prove the point. And, you know, Moyes has got a history of doing it. It doesn't matter who you are or what you are, he will not play you if you're not being part of that team and working hard. Anyone's got any thoughts on that?
Yeah, sorry, Jake.
Go on, Jake.
Well, I think, yeah, exactly. I mean, we've got the Moyes cup of tea, really, haven't we? With Souček, with Fornals, with Bowen, the players that just don't stop running the whole kind of game. But I think, yeah, especially with Lingard, he's not going to come in and play a huge amount, I wouldn't have thought, unless we get an injury. But I'd like to see Lingard get some sort of amount of play, but at the moment he doesn't come in over Fornals or Bowen, or to be fair, anybody in that kind of front four we've got gelling at the moment.
Yeah, absolutely. Happy Hammer, you're saying competition for places is nothing but healthy, in my opinion. I completely agree with you, and I think it's given us so much more confidence in our back defensive line when you've got Diop and Balbuena in the back burner. Not to mention the fact that Winston Reid did play in the under-23s the other night in the first half. So mark my words, keep your eyes ready for him. Don't care what any other reporters are saying.
It's not happening,
Keep
man.
your eyes prepared for Winston Reid. I'll remove all of you from there.
Not happening.
English Yardie, we have nothing to lose today. We are not supposed to win. It's Liverpool's pundits already have given them 3 points. Antonio is key. Got to be a bull in a china shop, shake everything up. And I think he really will. Tommy, you mentioned it about Antonio as well. It's really going to be proving a point, and probably a bull in a china shop is probably the best way to really describe what he should be doing today.
Yeah, I love Antonio. He's just so high energy. He just never stops running. Antonio's one of those wonderful players who, like, in his own mind, he's amazing. And, you know, and God bless him, you know, I hope long may it continue. His attitude is just top class, and he is a bully in the best possible way, and not in a dirty way. I mean, there's absolutely no malice in the man whatsoever. But just his work rate and his power, his pace. You know, if he was a natural finisher, I mean, oh my God, he'd be unbelievable. But
yeah.
But yeah, look, Antonio will be Antonio today. We know what we're going to get from him every game. Even Liverpool know what's coming. And the problem is that you just can't stop him.
Yeah.
You know, what are you supposed to do about that? You know,
Yeah.
if you're Henderson, or, you know, he'll probably make a lot of runs to the sides as well. And every once in a while, he'll chase the ball down into the corner against Trent Alexander or against Robertson, and he'll bully them off the ball too.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you know, he's so important for us. And if he has a big day today, I mean, we absolutely have a great chance.
Yeah, absolutely. Matt, this question here from Scott. I think we can ask a lot of questions going forward. Just need Chris to have a stellar game to match Soufal's shutdown rate. What's your thoughts on that?
Well, as I've said a couple of times, I think it could be the wings that decide it. And yes, we're going to have. He's going to have to be on form, Creswell, to have any hope. It's always his one thing, isn't it? That he's not the quickest.
Yeah.
That's always one downfall. So you're looking at either Russell Souček to help him out, or maybe Fornals. But yeah, he's going to have to be on form. He's going to have to be up for it, Creswell, and he's going to have to be, like you said, closing down, because they do like working the wings, like you said. I mean, they haven't done it as much this year. Well, they haven't had as many.
Alexander Arnold hasn't actually been great recently. You know, he's not having a great season, Alexander Arnold. He looked a bit better against Tottenham, but to be honest, I think Tottenham got that all wrong. I thought they were horrible.
Yeah. Reece is not being able to watch, but he's in the background. As you've got the little one. Hope you're well, Reece, and hope the little one's keeping well. Thanks for listening in. Keep your predictions coming in. Jake, before you head, because I know you're going to head soon to go and watch the game, what is your predictions?
Oh, God. Well, I've been in an hour in 2-1, 3-1. I'll go 2-1, because you can't underestimate this side too much, can you? Yeah, 2-1. Antonio's going to score today, I can guarantee it.
Go on, Jakey boy. That's what we like to see, mate. Go on, plug your channel. Why not? Do it. Let everyone know where you are.
Official, go over there. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers as soon as possible. So yeah, come on.
Yeah, good man. Thank you very much, Jake, for joining us, and we'll see you. You've got the link for half time if you want to jump on at half time. Okay, mate.
Yep. Cheers.
Take it easy. And same question to yourself, Tommy.
Yeah, I think there's going to be some goals in here.
Go on, Tommy boy, come on.
Best opportunity in a long time. I think we're going to beat them well. Now this might come back to bite me big time, but
come on, feed us.
I think we're going to have a day.
Could you imagine?
I think it's going to be a statement win. I think we're going to beat them 4-2. I think we're going to get our first penalty of the season.
Love it.
I think we're going to beat them well. I think the best chance we'll ever have to. And our form at the minute, our confidence is sky high. I think 4-2 West Ham.
And you're going for 7 out of 7 in 2021. Could you imagine that?
Yep.
Could you imagine we're starting the year 7 out of 7? It'd be crazy. I mean, 6 out of 6 is crazy. So, I mean, I would have accepted 4 out of 4. So, I mean, we're at 6 out of 6. It's just absolutely nuts. Tommy, if you want to, mate, you're more than welcome to join at half time. It's up to you. We've got the same link. So, it's up to you. Just let us know what you want. Well, you don't even, you can just join it. You've got the link, so you can do what you want.
I'm sure I can pop on. Yeah.
And thank you very much for coming on, Tommy. It's been a pleasure.
Cheers,
yeah, take it easy, mate. Take care. And Matt, over to yourself, mate. What's your predictions?
I said 2-1. I'm gonna go 3-1.
Wow, confidence! The confidence is just through the roof.
I'm having flashbacks to that. Was it the Bilic season we won at Anfield?
Yeah.
I'm having flashbacks to that. That's what I keep getting today. So 3-1.
Right, okay, I'm going to get some of the comments in here, but while I'm doing that, I'm actually going to get my link ready. We joining each other on the same link, mate? The usual?
Give it a go. Yeah.
Doing the usual. Let me just get this sorted and then we'll go through what everyone else... Oh, hold on a second. Is saying. Reece, you're saying 4-1 to West Ham.
Imagine that one.
But he's dreaming of a 6-0 thumping earlier, but doubt it.
Villa put 7 past them.
Yeah, you never know, mate. You never know. Could you imagine?
You never know.
Yeah. Nah, I mean,
this very strange season. You never know what's going to happen.
Let's just be realistic, mate. Let's just hope we're not on the receiving end of it. I mean, that's the main thing, isn't it? So.
Like we both said, I said it previously, there's nothing to lose now. We go out and have a go. If we go out and have a go, Liverpool the better team on the day, then they are the reigning champions. It is what it is.
Yeah.
But we've got to make sure we give a good account of ourselves. If we play the best we can play and they beat us, then there's nothing you can say about it.
Yep.
That's all you want to say. As long as we play the best we can play, win, lose or draw. If we do win, even better.
Yep. Absolutely, mate. Chatwin Records is saying 3-1 West Ham. Scott Randall saying 3-1 West Ham. Let's have a look. Oh God, my thing's jumped again. I hate
why have they got to show that?
What?
I just I just saw a little stat. I think saw a stat come up about Salah's record against West
Right,
Ham.
I don't. So we must be on different because I'm on Thomas Souček.
Yeah, I've got it
Are
now.
you watch
Yeah, I've got it now. Yeah.
hugging Declan Rice?
No, he just walked away. I've got Salah on my screen now.
Yeah, I've got Salah on the screen.
Yeah.
Right, cool. Let's see what the comments are. People saying John Kidward is saying 3-2 to West Ham. Lawrence is saying 2-0 to West Ham. Neil from Down Under saying 3-1 West Ham. Vinay saying 3-0. Ben Rama and Fornals. Marcus, they're doing the knee just now. Ben Rama on the centre circle. 2-1 or 3-1 West Ham. David's going for a Desmond. We're about to kick off. And kicking off. Let's see if we're in sync now. Yeah, cool. That's good, mate. Good thoughts from Gary from Irish Tommy. Oi oi, come on you Irish from Michigan. Anton lets these Liverpool fans know they've got to be respectful in here, please. Straight away, what's happened here? Clash of heads, is it?
Yeah, I think Souček just smacked one out in the back of the head. I think they both went up for a header.
Tommy Souček, Toby Sampson saying 3-2 to West Ham. Moss 1000 saying 3-1 West Ham. Where are we? People saying here, just people having a general chit chat. I mean, we never even got a chance to go through. We went through so many comments. There's so many comments.
That's why Stell's videos are 3 hours long.
Yeah, it's true, mate. Gary J 3-2. Right, I'll come off the comments just now and we'll jump back onto them at half time. But anyway, we are into the game as we speak, and good defensive display there from West Ham.
Play doggy.
So we're just waiting on the time to come up on the screen to let us know where we're at. Oh, sorry, I'm just trying to sort this out. Where are we now? So Allison's got the ball in the back, trying to play the ball from along the back line. Ben Rama putting the pressure on, Bowen putting the pressure on, Declan Rice putting the pressure on, and he intercepts the ball. It goes out wide to James Milner. Oh, I cannot keep this up at all.
Robinson striding forward down the wing.
Tries to cross in, goes out for a Liverpool corner. Sorry, lads.
Robinson got the speed on Bowen there, held him off. But again, he battled back well there, Bowen. Make sure the cross wasn't unchallenged. So it'll be first corner of the game, it's to Liverpool. And Robinson could whip it in near post. Oh, that's
and it's cleared by Sufal.
Oh,
it's hit the ref. Hit the ref.
So that'll be our ball, I think.
So it's just taking me that long to actually get my setup on the go. Yeah, you keep commentating, Matt, while I sort out this light.
John Moss having a little chit chat with Fabianski. He's dropped the ball at his feet. Fabianski's pulled it back. Yeah, it's our ball. It's the rule now, isn't it? If it's the ref, they just stop the game straight away.
I'll be back in 2 seconds, Matt. I'm still here, but I'm just in sorting this out.
We've got West Ham. I think Fabianski looking to play it long. Long ball up the pitch. Obviously, West Ham's going to try and use that height. Souček with a flick on. It's run away and cleared up the pitch again. Back forward again from Dawson. Falling at the feet of Wijnaldum on the halfway line. Intercepted by Fornals. Ben Rama brings it forward. Run at the defence. Shirks off one tackle. Wide to Bowen. 25 yards out. Bowen looking to whip it in. Header from the Phillips. Caught underneath it. Fornals drags it back to no one. Liverpool come forward on the counter. It's an interesting couple of minutes. Both teams trying to get the ball down and play. Both teams attacking. Got Thiago on the ball here, wide to Robertson on the halfway line. And he's played it back inside. Liverpool passing it across the halfway line, looking for a probing pass in. Back up to Thiago again. He plays it back wide to Robertson. He plays it inside the feet of Shaqiri, who lost out on the tackle. It's been cycled back to Liverpool on the halfway line. It's slow, methodical. We're happy to let them have the ball on the halfway line. We're not overcommitting. Henderson trying to pick passes with Thiago, trying to pick through our defence. Thiago into Shaqiri, who's dropped really deep. Shaqiri into Robertson, into the feet of Origi. Back to Robertson. Back to the halfway line to Henderson. Phillips brings it forward, plays a long raking ball. Dawson gets caught underneath it to Shaqiri, into Origi, and he's smashed it over the bar from a difficult angle. It's a good chance for Origi. Might have been a hint of offside, but it was a poor shot. Well tracked from Dawson. Never really had the composure there to get a decent shot off. Liverpool sort of controlling the first 5 minutes. We've had a little spell, but definitely they've seen the better of the play. Fabianski with a goal kick. Again, looking for, I think it was Souček who looks like he got fouled by Milner in the build-up, but ref doesn't give anything. Might have just been a coming together. And it's recycled back to Liverpool on the halfway line again. Ball in behind. Creswell looking for Salah. Creswell does well. Fabianski clears up down the pitch looking for Antonio. Does well to win the ball off of Alexander-Arnold. Runs down a narrow alleyway. Gives it away. It goes back to Liverpool again. We could expect this from a lot during this game. Because I said it still is Liverpool. We just have to make sure that when we do get the chance to test their defence, we do it. But at the moment, they're looking quite composed on the ball, passing it around. They look happy, prodding and probing. For the moment, we look happy to let them do it. On the back to the halfway line again. With Robertson on the halfway line. Into Thiago. Henderson's trying to switch it. They're just sort of passing, prodding and probing across the back line currently. Trying to find a way through. West Ham are standing firm, keeping their shape. Long ball over the top. Cleared by Soufal. Picked up by Souček. Back to Soufal. Soufal clears it down the line. Straight back to Henderson. And Liverpool come forward again. Henderson into Milner. Milner into Origi, who's dropped deep. Into Robertson. Back to Milner. Robertson. Neat 1-2 on the left wing. Milner comes forward. No one in the middle for him to cross to. Origi back to Robertson. Robertson looks for a big raking switch to Alexander-Arnold. Brilliant touch in behind. Looks to drag back. Intercepted by West Ham. Can West Ham counter? Souček looks to feed Fornals. Giving away Wijnaldum. High and wide over the bar. I said we spoke about not giving too much respect, but at the moment we sort of are. We haven't got the ball down at all. We haven't played. We're just continually clearing it, not looking for Antonio, and it's just being hoofed straight back to their defenders to come forward again.
Back, mate. Oh, good interception there from Antonio. He's driving down the left-hand side. Fornals is making the run. Antonio still driving forward. Beats... Oh, it's a good ball! Oh, unlucky. Good clearance from Liverpool. Origi's got the ball deep in their half. West Ham bringing men back, trying to gain some structure.
We haven't really got any time on the ball yet.
No, we haven't actually.
We spoke about not giving them too much respect, but we are just giving them all the ball at the moment. You know, we're sort of struggling
to get a hold of the ball.
Foothold.
We've just intercepted it there, Jared Bowen. But you can see that we're trying to maybe rush and going forward, and maybe we just need to keep a hold of the ball. Salah's trying to press. Creswell pings the ball forward, goes long.
It's a bit too far.
Alisson's going to let that go. So I think what we need to do then, what we're both kind of analysing, is the fact is just get a hold of that ball and play some possession football.
I know that there is the logic you don't want to press around their back line because we don't want to pass it around our back line because they do like to press and win the ball back up higher, but in like around the halfway line in midfield, in their half, should be trying to get the ball down more to play with it.
For anyone that's asking, the time we're on is 9:48:49.
We're probably about a
50.
minute behind what's actually happening.
Yeah.
Good old streams, eh?
Don't know what you're talking about, mate.
Ian Knight, we need Adrian to come on and let one in. To be honest, I normally use Now TV, and Now TV's not up with it either. That's normally about a minute behind. So,
West Ham on the attack down the left-hand side. Fornals tries to... Antonio! Oh, it's unlucky.
trying to
That was
lay it
unlucky.
off.
Yeah. Fornals tried a kind of outside his right foot ball into the box from distance. Found Antonio, who tried to knock it on for nobody, really, which was just unfortunate. Got to put the latest up there. I wonder if we could put a timer on this.
Some people do have it. I'm not sure exactly how you do it.
Be interesting to know.
Liverpool looking to play out from the back, short for a goal kick. Antonio's pressing.
Allison's played it out to Henderson. They're panicking though, Arnold. But they're playing it out, to be fair. And they have played it out.
We'll play Dawson.
Well done. Well done, Dawson. Unbelievable tackle.
Oh, get up, Origi.
He's going to get up now.
Oh,
That's
look at that as well. Yeah, look.
Mate,
Look
that's
at that.
unbelievable play from Dawson though. That's
Look at
better,
that.
West
He was
Ham. That's
literally
better.
He was literally rolling round like he'd had a serious injury there. And as soon as he realised he wasn't getting it, he's just gone, all right, they get up.
Mate, this is much better though. Keep hold of the ball, keep the possession.
That's
Liverpool
it.
are putting the
Bit of
pressure
play.
on. They're playing high press.
So they will.
Good.
Especially when we got it at the back, they will press high. So
It's good tracking back there from James Milner to hit the ball out for a West Ham throw in. Yeah, high pressing game from both teams. I should definitely leave the space open there. Sufal finds Benrahma on the right hand side. Oh, mate! Benrahma gets the ball, chips it over the player, and goes and collects it again. But then obviously Liverpool have dispossessed them and won it. And moving forward. It's in their back line. Is that Wijnaldum?
yeah, it looks like one album out to Robertson.
Back to Jordan Henderson. West Ham haven't pressed there.
It's interesting because we look more nervous than they do.
I think we might settle into it though. I think we're starting to ever so slightly settle into it. Phillips on the ball, driving through the halfway line. Finds Salah, back to Phillips, out wide to Trent Arnold, Alexander-Arnold. Phillips again on the ball. West Ham starting to press. Fornals, Liverpool just playing the ball around a little bit here. Keeping possession.
They're probing, looking for a space.
Yeah, that's what they're doing. Salah on the ball, finds Shaqiri. Out wide to Milner, goes through to Origi, goes out wide to Robertson. Finds Origi, gets good spaces inside the box. Great tackle from Jared Bowen. Good tracking back from Jared Bowen.
It's interesting because they are really, really floating around this front three.
Yeah, they really are. They're really pressing.
There's not really an actual defined front three. Say there's not actually a left winger, a right winger, and a centre forward. They're all sort of floating around in the middle as like a really close striker three, and then just.
It's a little bit like they're saying to them, just play that kind of free role, you know.
Yeah, but like
Robertson with the cross.
Good clearance from Sufal.
Out for a Liverpool throw-in. Just in line with the 18-yard
They
box.
basically said to all of them, you can just float around as a front three, do what you want. As long as someone's always down the middle, the rest of you can...
To be fair, it does seem like Origi is the one that's down the middle, and the other two are doing the floating. Predominantly, though, I mean, Shaqiri's everywhere.
Yeah, he's not actually staying to any one area.
Wijnaldum. Phillips. Pings
Or
the
big
ball.
breaking ball.
Finds Robertson, tries to cut it inside. Craig
not
Dawson
the best
plays it back
clearance.
to Robertson. Shaqiri on the ball. Tries to find it. He catches in Origi. Inside the box, get rid of it, West Ham, get a hold of the ball. James Milner still on it.
Well done.
Feeds
Good
back to
standing up.
Robertson. Shaqiri on the ball, we've pushed them out. Pushed them further back, that's it. Dragged them back, that's it. That's it.
That's
That'll
it,
do.
West Ham.
All the way back to Alisson. That's
Good
it.
shape.
Keep pressing. Right now. There's no pressing. So come on, Ben Rama.
26% possession. And
Yeah,
only
come
47
on.
passes.
We're sitting back a little bit. Don't like
They've had
this.
100
Just
more passes than us so far.
yeah. Well, that's all we've seen. Game possession, just Liverpool possession. Play the ball. James Milner. Ronaldo in the middle of the park. Out wide to Alexander Wilson. Trent Arnold. I can't get his name.
Wijnaldum wide to, is that Alexander Arnold?
Salah. Oh, good interception by
big head.
Soufal. Big interception. Oh no, West Ham, come on. That's it. Oh, West Ham, come on, we're losing possession.
Hit it out.
Dawson again.
Oh, come
Declan
on.
Rice is given a free kick. He has jumped over the top of him, mate. I mean, we would have called for that.
Didn't even, that just in general frustrates me.
He's gone for a quick free kick, but the referee's called the ball back.
He hasn't jumped.
You can see them.
Is it Thiago's literally seen the ball go up in the air? He's seen Rice come and he's just like crouched down.
Yeah.
It frustrates the hell out of me because you shouldn't be
Lots of-
penalised.
Lots of people's here saying Scott Randall's saying great defence from Bowen. Too much respect we're given. Yeah, too much
Yeah,
respect.
we
John
are.
Kedward and West Guys are grey. What skill from Benny? Yeah, it was, mate. It absolutely was.
Right, Liverpool looks like they're going to take the free kick this time. We've got Trent and Robertson over here. I'm assuming Trent's going to, Alexander Arnold's going to take it to whip it in, right-footed.
Yeah, it is.
Whips it in.
Come on,
Good
West
head.
Ham. From
Get the
distance, Thiago.
Oh, good block.
Come on, West Ham. We need to get hold of this ball now.
That's a West Ham
Giving a
free
West
kick.
Ham free kick. Yeah.
I'll play Soufal. What, we 15 minutes in? 16 minutes in? And
16, 18.
And it's really not been... it's been a very typical West Ham Liverpool game, should we say?
Yep.
Might be a fair assessment. Especially London Stadium.
Just need to get a hold of that ball, mate, and keep possession.
West Ham
Fabianski.
playing out from the back. Alright. Long ball.
We've gone long. Find Antonio.
Antonio missed the header.
Origi goes wide, switches play to Salah, but
We'll play Creswell.
Creswell. Declan Rice. Dawson back to Fabianski. Out wide to Soufal. Nice collection of the ball. Pings the ball forwards. Straight to the Liverpool player. Liverpool gain the ball and they look like they're going to play a bit of possession ball again. Yep, it's
So we
all
are-
Liverpool. It's all Liverpool right now.
Struggling.
Wijnaldum's absolutely dictating this game so far in the
He's
first
all over
17
the,
minutes.
he's all over the pitch at the moment, isn't he?
Yeah. Oh, that's in
Milner,
through again.
Robertson,
Soufal.
block. Clear down the line.
Big hoof balls up top
But
from West Ham.
Liverpool come forward again. The problem is we're not finding Antonio. Seems to be the
Yeah.
issue at the moment. That we know Antonio can what he can do against those players, but he's not actually getting time on the ball to do it. None of those clearances are actually
Oh
going to him.
shit!
They're just,
Cess is there. Cess, you've been waiting long.
No, I'm alright at the minute. I think I'm 17 minutes now.
What are you? What's your exact?
17:20. But
Alright,
I'm on streaming on the Xbox, so I'm having issues with the laptop.
We're 18:05, 06, 07.
Yeah. So I'm like slightly behind, so it's not too
Banana.
bad. We look very shaky at the moment.
we're saying it's,
Very shaky. Looks like
we
Yeah,
don't
it's just-
look like we're on the ball, do we? We can't
No,
hold
we're
it.
not. The thing is that we're just rushing. Like we'll get the
Yeah.
ball straight away. We're just trying to ping a long ball to Antonio, or we're just trying to like knock it wide, and just trying to get the ball out, and not like trying to look for the players. We're just literally just rushing.
It's also a bit like we've stopped pressing as much now, but that's maybe a potential tactical decision by Moyes, because when we were Liverpool, it seems to be that their second side, even with injuries, like a pressing opposition.
Yeah, but
And,
that's
Puts
how
them
they're
under
drilled.
pressure to pass the ball, so that's how they're drilled. So you can see West Ham sitting back a little bit more now and only pressing when the ball goes back. If you notice it, anytime Liverpool come forward, now Antonio's pressing them because it's the right place to do it. There we go. That's it. Go on, Tommy.
Oh,
But Origi, I mean, he's done well to get out of that position. Wijnaldum out wide. Pings the ball forward. Well done, Oggy. Goes out, is it?
Yeah, because what they're doing, because what the problem is, like, we're just giving the midfield so much time. Like, we're giving Ronaldo time, we're giving Thiago so much time to ping balls across. And another thing, what they're doing is they're using Shaqiri literally to try and get behind Rice or Soucek.
Yeah.
Just try and get into the gaps. That's what they're trying to do, really. 'Cause I think they're playing 4-3-2-1, 4-3-1-2, I believe.
West Ham have got hold of the ball though.
They're playing like a diamond, so they're trying to use like Shaqiri. Just like
good play from West Ham. Bowen all the way back to Dawson again. Finds Ogbonna short. Man on him. He's driving forward. He finds Soufal out wide.
Oh, but that's
Soufal's doing a lot of these. Every time he gets the ball, he seems to be smashing the ball forward just now.
Yeah, it's a lot of rush. That's insane. It's a lot of rushing, man.
Yeah.
I mean, he didn't get the time of the ball there, did he? He literally they passed into him before the ball reached him. Probably the best thing to do in that situation, that time, it's probably the best thing to do is just smash it.
I tell you what, man, this game, 20 minutes have already gone. It doesn't feel like that. 20 minutes have just gone, but
no,
I'm sitting here in a total world of like, oh shit.
Because it's not been. I said this feels like a very typical West Ham Liverpool game at the moment.
Yeah, but look at Henderson. Henderson's like so commanding at the moment. If you're looking, like the way he's literally just drilling his own players.
I think that's why he's in there, just because he's that vocal leader, isn't he?
Yeah.
They normally does it from midfield, but obviously needs must at the back.
Henderson away to Phillips. He's a composed centre half. No ifs or buts about it.
Who's that? Nat Phillips.
Yeah.
Mate, he had a decent game against freaking Haller when.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, last time out in October. Yeah. Milner out wide left. West Ham not pressing, not shutting down. Now Ben Rama presses. But Wijnaldum's Thiago. No, Shaqiri, sorry.
It's not.
Over the top. Go on, Creswell. So don't touch Salah in the box.
Oh yeah, we know what happens when you do that.
Oh, they've got him behind him, whipped in. Oh, big head, Foggy.
Ben Rama, Declan Rice. Driving forward to Ben Rama. Cuts, he's on the left hand side. Good ball through. Oh, it's unlucky. Tries to find Antonio. Goes all the way to Alisson.
Things we've had little bits of this, but the fact that we are doing it like that does really drag them onto us. Because we're not getting any sort of. We're just trying to hit in spurts, aren't we? 2s and 3s and counter attack.
We just keep trying to force it, man.
Origi, Shaqiri,
Really
goes wide to Robertson on the 18-yard box. Back to Thiago. Tries to ping ball to Salah, who wins the header. It goes out for a West Ham goal kick. Right, this is where now this is where we need to just sit. Fabianski's got the ball, calm it down, take a breather, reevaluate things, and start again.
It's the way Liverpool press us, man. They just press us so well.
They're pressing heavily, though, aren't they? They're so
much.
Yeah, even Origi. I mean, Origi's all over it. Fabianski's gone wide left to Creswell. Good ball. Creswell's panicked. He's given a. What's he given?
Handball, I think. I think that was a handball.
It's a West Ham free kick anyway, yeah. Look at the press again. Declan Rice switches play, out wide to Soufal, chest down. Dispossessed out again for a West Ham throw-in. Soufal's not having a huge amount of success down that side. Ben Rama tries something tricky, but they dispossess him. And so does Declan Rice. Good, he's driving forwards. Switches play, completely good play. West Ham Fornals on the ball, driving forwards. Creswell making overlapping run. Good ball. Go on, Creswell. Go on. Hit it, Rama. What are you doing? Hit it, Fornals. Oh no, he's cleared off the line.
Go on.
Why did Ben Rama not hit it? Declan Rice from distance. Shoots from distance.
You're going to get a touch there.
What are you doing there?
You're just not going to get a touch there.
Why did Ben not hit that straight away? Good ball. Is that a good ball to Soufal? He's going to... it's a goal kick. Oh, it's a good play. Ben Rama had the chance. He had the chance.
Had to be first time.
Fornals is driving. I'll give you a kind of replay. Fornals is driving forward. What a great pass from Fornals to Creswell down the left-hand side. Cuts back, finds Benrahma. To be fair, Antonio is absolutely standing in his way.
He had to take a touch.
He had to. It was like he had to take a touch, mate.
Yeah.
The ball then found its way back in. Fornals has hit it low. He's taken a deflection off of Milner, and the Liverpool defenders headed it not off the line, about 4 yards out. So decent play again from West Ham. Dawson
Well played.
back to Fabianski. Well done. Go on, Fabianski. Clear it, son.
Breaking ball up.
Go on, Antonio.
You can get that.
Keep going. He's down the left-hand side. He's driving forward. Come on, West Ham. Give him some support. Cuts into his right foot. What's he going to do? Oh, you've just had... What's he doing? What are you doing, Antonio? He's just literally just giving the ball to Liverpool. They're on the attack. It's 2-on-3. Watch the man at the back post there.
West Ham getting bodies back. Liverpool slowed it down.
Shaqiri switches play completely to Milner on the left-hand side.
I don't fucking believe this.
Who was he passing to? I've gone back to the halfway line. It's all right. You get away with it, Antonio. But what? He done the hard work. He had to make the easy pass.
Yeah.
And I think he was trying to pick out Souček, and he's played it behind him. He picked out the Liverpool player to give him a counter attack.
What minute are you boys on?
25:49. Cess, do you want the link and it will bring you right up to date with us?
You know what? Yeah, because I'm like, you know what it is that? Because I think I'm having issues. The way I'm getting level, but then all of a sudden it just keeps.
Where do you want it sent to?
You know what? Send
Email or what? What's that?
Yeah, send it by email. Yeah, the email that I sent you.
Right, hold on a second. I just need to. I'm going to send it. Ignore this. What I'm just sending to you just now.
Yeah, just send it by the email that I put on the WhatsApp.
Big breaking ball from Henderson, looking into the box. Brought down the chest of Salah. Lays it off. Oh, big block from Soufal. How he's been able to bring that ball down on his chest from like a 60-yard pass. Across, it'll be a corner. Should never been bringing that down his chest though. Lays it off to Origi. Big block from Dawson. Thought Soufal wasn't Soufal, it was Dawson, I think. Yeah, big block from Dawson there. Sent out for a corner. I think this is what be Liverpool's fourth or fifth corner of the game so far. Whips in, headed up and out again, headed back in, headed
Get
back
rid of it.
up in the air. Origi's held it off. Ping ball in the box.
I've sent that
Back
to you,
up.
Cess, mate.
Play back in again. West Ham head it up and out again. Liverpool still camped in West Ham's final third here. Wijnaldum out to Alexander-Arnold. He's gone back to the half-play line. Apart from that half chance for sort of Benrahma for now, this has been 28, well, just gone up to 28 minutes of almost one-way traffic.
Yeah, pretty much.
Spoke before the game said about not giving them too much respect, and they've done it anyway. Big raking ball down the. Does that come to Salah?
Yeah.
Back up wide. Let's play.
Shaqiri.
He's laid it back out. Chip back in. Looks to whip it in.
Oh, well done. I'll get rid of it. For now.
I think Trent was off. Alexander-Arnold's offside. Yeah, I think that's what he's given. Nice. West Ham free kick, which I don't know who's taking this. Someone's going to take it.
Quickly jump into some of the comments while this is happening. God, there's so many.
Fabianski long, looking for Antonio, wins the header. Second header's won. Antonio holds his man off, gets run down the line.
Unlucky.
Looks out for a throw in.
Ross is saying, I'm out, gents, but watching the stream as I can't get the game with your commentary. It's just as good. Thank you very much for that, Ross, mate. How good is Sufal? I actually think he's kind of struggled this half, to be honest. Dawson, good header, back to Fabianski. But I mean, I'm not digging out Sufal. Alright, has it not worked, mate?
Nah.
What, the link?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Matt, can... Oh, no. I don't think I can generate a new link because you only get a link every 10 minutes, don't you?
Yeah.
Can you do it, Matt? And send it to... Matt, send it to that email address. This one I'm sending to you, mate, please. It's given a free kick to Liverpool just inside the centre circle.
Yeah, done, mate.
Says Matt sent it to you, mate.
Alright.
Robertson on the ball, finds Thiago in the middle of the park, tries to play a ball through. The ball's let it run out. Augie's done really well to let the ball go out for a West Ham goal kick.
Half an hour in, mate. It doesn't feel like half an hour, does it?
No, it really doesn't.
I have to wait now because now if it's not loading, then it's basically buggered.
It should load, mate. I mean, it takes like 10 seconds or so to load, but it should load, that link.
Nah, literally, it's just literally showing what it's showing, but like it's just buffering. But I can't lock. If I lock off it, then you know.
Yeah.
That'll probably lose the link again. So I don't want that.
Well done for Niles. Finds Augie. Rice. Good play for Dawson. Out wide to Sufal. Goes short to Bowen. Finds Sufal again. Better, much better. Yeah, Declan Rice on the ball. Back where the centre half pairings are. Dawson. Back to Rice. Rice back to Ogbonna. Liverpool pressing again. Declan Rice got a bit of space. Still, oh, keep a hold of it. Dawson out wide. Finds Fabianski. That'll do, mate. And he's got time. No one's pressing him. Augie coming to collect the ball. 18-yard line.
What time are you on?
32-23.
Yeah, it's just throw, so I'm just literally just on another one. I'm just a bit behind there, so that's going to have to do.
Thiago.
I'm not that far behind, but like...
Robertson on the ball. It's Wijnaldum. Wijnaldum.
Well done.
Yeah.
Good interception there from Bowen.
What you sent
Fabianski.
me is like, it's just not even loading at all.
Really?
Yeah, it's still buffering now on the laptop.
Oh, ref! Look at that, straight through the back.
What has he done? Who was that? Robertson?
Shaqiri.
Shaqiri straight into the back of Bowen, but it was
Clumsy.
clumsy, yeah. West Ham free kick, just on the edge of the centre circle in the West Ham half. Quick Dawson over the ball, goes long. Sufal plays on to Antonio. Oh, well, decent, mate. He was going for a powerful cross and it's hit off Henderson and gone for a West Ham corner. Come on, West Ham. Come on, West Ham. Liverpool got
First
three
corner.
corners to West Ham. Yeah, West Ham's first corner. Come on.
They best ping this in. You know?
At least beat the first man. We've got all West Ham men in the back post anyway, so there's no point in putting on the first
they
goal.
gone short?
They have been, Rama.
They did it, didn't they?
They've tried to go short. Bowen's played the ball and it's gone straight to Allison.
All all this pretty much build up about West Ham are like, I think we're like number 1 for scoring from set pieces this season.
And then we do a short corner.
And then we play a fucking short corner.
The logic, what? We got all them men, and we've got all them men in the box, and we go for a short corner.
Liverpool struggle from set pieces. We're like the best at it this season, so we take a shot.
It just doesn't make sense.
West Ham have had 2 attempts to Liverpool's 5. No team has had a shot on target. 35 minutes into the game, Phillips plays the ball forwards. Creswell's tried to intercept. Origi's got the ball deep within the West Ham half, and it goes out for
that little
a
stat probably
Liverpool
summed
throw-in.
up the game.
Yeah.
Was that Liverpool throw-in right down in our left-back position? They should have just chucked it in. I don't see why they
Yeah, I just don't understand.
fannied around
It
taking the
doesn't
short
make
ones.
sense.
Just whip it in, throw it in the mix. Anything can happen when you throw it in the mix. I was unlucky. Looking for Antonio.
What time are you on
Phillips
there?
35, 40, 41, 42.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that you, mate?
Near enough, yeah. It's close enough.
Be careful what you say, Anton. My 2-year-old Hammerette went, "Come on, West Ham," after you did. That's good. Just be aware. What did I say? Reece, what did I say?
He said, "Come on, West Ham." So she did. That's what he said.
Oh, right. Okay, you're saying she's repeating what I say.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get in trouble quite a lot from the missus, my 2 kids, mate. And I've got a 2-year-old as well.
Liverpool coming forward.
Good play there
we'll
from
play
Liverpool.
4
But
now.
West Ham,
But again, it's the no one.
I'd literally be happy. Just going to half time, 0-0, to be honest with you.
Oh, he's spoken.
oh, that's it. Creswell, go on. Well done. Well played. Get rid of that ball. Get rid of it. Just get rid of it now. It needs to be gone. That's it. That'll do. I know
Go
it's a
on,
hoof,
Antonio.
but it's straight up to Antonio.
That's
Great
it.
touch from Antonio. Oh, they've pressed.
That's
They're
switch it. Oh,
switch play.
brilliant. Oh.
Mate, they're pressing so well.
Yeah, literally, they are just...
They are putting so
Yeah,
much
but
pressure
surely
on
they
us.
can't keep that up for 90 minutes.
That's
I
it.
don't-
That's the thing, yeah. That's why I said at half time, I'll take it in 0-0. Hopefully they will start knackering.
It's given a
When it
West
gets
Ham.
to the second
West Ham free kick. Let's have a look at these comments. Then we've got a chance. Honestly, so many comments. It's just be careful what you say. Yes, don't worry, mate. I will. That rather they would have just crossed it in. That's in relation to the corner. Absolutely agree with you, mate. Too many backwards passes. I think the thing is though, when skies agree, is we literally right now don't have any other option because they're putting so much quick pressing pressure on us. Is he onside? That'll do. Sufal get a hold of it. Jared Bowen's got a hold of the ball. That's Ben Rama. Oh, nice place being taken down. Come on, ref. Oh, he's given a free kick. Great play from Ben Rama. Do you know what? That's the thing. If you bring him into this game, he's going to try stuff like that, and they're just going to have to force to bring him down. And that's what they've done. Look at Thiago.
Quick chip. Yeah.
Yeah, he's fast. He's a fast-thinking, clever footballer, Ben Rama. And
Come on, West Ham.
West Ham free kick. Just what?
Whipped in. Oh. Come on, whip it in. Whip it in.
Oh, I thought you said he whipped it in. I was like, what are you talking about?
Whip it in. I don't want to see no stupid short thing again. Whip
Ben
it
Rama's
in.
got like some quick
Because they've got two of them
speed.
over it. I'm worried now they're going to do some like stupid play it short thing again.
Yeah.
We've got six men on the edge of the box. 2, 4, 6, yeah.
That's it. Whip it in.
Sufal,
Go
whip
on,
it
go
in.
on.
Go on! Oh, he's cleared it. Ben Runner from distance. Oh, he's cleared it again. Right, West Ham get men bodies back. Oh, Wijnaldum's just skipped round him, no problem at all.
Oh,
He's
big
going
ball.
hit and hop forwards. Creswell's chasing it with Salah. Salah's fast, but Creswell's done enough. Well done, Crazy. I didn't realise Salah was that fast, but then again,
He is very quick.
Yeah,
Creswell's
yeah,
not
Creswell's not fast, is he?
not
So-
fast, is
Nah.
he? So that just looked like it was like Usain
It
Bolt
could be worse.
versus.
It could be Marnie running at you. That could be worse.
Yeah. Well done, Sufal. That'll do. Jump into the comments again very quickly. Let's see what everyone's saying. A goal is coming. Hopefully.
What for them? Oh,
I hope he's referencing us.
for them.
Liverpool on the ball again. Time forward over the halfway line. Looking
At
to
the moment,
stretch
I
it.
was happy
Robertson
0-0 at half-time.
into Origi. Go on, Dawson.
Go on, Dawson. Honestly,
Oh,
mate,
solid.
I love him. I love Dawson. He's so
Who
good.
would have thought you'd say that?
Mate, I know. But he's so calm.
Surely that was handball.
He's so calm.
Oh,
Look at that cross in there's yeah.
Oh.
It was Phillips. If Phillips hadn't headed that ball, it was going straight onto the head, the forehead of Dawson. Is that a West
we
Ham
had four
corner?
people there, didn't we?
No, it's
Oh,
not.
I didn't actually see. No, must be a goal. Must be a goal kick. Yeah. The thing for Liverpool there, which is why I'm saying about cross it in. You see that no one else had run back.
No.
Like it was literally him, and we had four attackers waiting for that ball, and it was just Phillips that had run back to clear it. So I got so frustrated.
Liverpool driving forward from the back line. Trent tries to switch play. Bowen intercepts, keeps a hold of the ball, clears it. Benrahma, Declan Rice on the ball, drives forward, tips over Antonio. Go on, Antonio! Go on! Keep going, come on! Liverpool got men back. He's driving inside the box. He's still got the ball. He's still got it. Ah, Antonio! Come on, mate!
Yeah, but that last five, it's been a lot better now.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
We're growing into the game.
Good ball.
Bowen from distance. He's going to pass it wide to Declan Rice. Goes wide again to Benrahma. Puts it onto his right foot. Crosses the ball in. Whip it. Antonio! Oh! If I wish Sufal had shouted. If Sufal had shouted, he would have had a chance to even take a touch, cross it in or whatever. Better from West Ham, no. Benrahma on the ball.
A lot better, yeah. It's been a lot better the last 45-10 minutes here, I'd say.
Dawson, Fornals, Creswell. Look at the run from Souček. Out wide to Souček. That's it. Cam collected on the ball. Benrahma. Go on. Declan Rice. That's it. Dawson. Out wide to Sufal. Bowen and Sufal trying a 1-2, but Sufal was kind of blocked there slightly, wasn't he? And he just couldn't make the run around the player. It's a good ball from the Liverpool player. Origi's on the ball, right deep in the Liverpool half though. Benrahma, go on, keep putting the pressure on. Go on, press.
There you go, don't make it easy.
That's it. Phillips on the ball, West Ham sitting back again. Just letting Liverpool play in their own half. Liverpool on the ball, still in their own half. Back with Phillips. Just getting their pass percentages up, aren't they?
Yeah, very much.
Well, Liverpool's possession must be massive.
Yeah, probably like near touching.
It's got to be at least 70%.
Yeah. It's a lot, yeah.
Thiago on the ball at left hand side. Feeds Robertson. They are going for the slow build up play and they're starting to move forward and just kind of every bit of play, like a 10 yards at a time. Shaqiri. Robertson out wide. Finds space. Thiago on the left hand side. Cuts into his right foot.
Ball in.
Oh, it's like that's just Origi. Thiago has fed a ball in. I thought the West Ham defender was going to get in front of it, but Origi sneaked in there, and it's just gone about 5 yards wide. But I take it Thiago's a right. Is Thiago a right-footed player? I take it.
Yeah.
He looked really
Just couldn't reach
uncomfortable in
with
his
it.
left
Dawson
foot.
just couldn't get there.
Yeah.
I think it was.
Dawson is like Robocop, Ian Knight. When skies are grey, when long ball over the top is what's going to win it for us. I think when we've had a hold of the ball, we've looked decent. When we've kept possession, we've looked decent, yeah. We just haven't kept the ball a lot. We've done it a couple of times.
No, we just haven't had
Ball
the
down
ball.
the channel. Salah on the ball.
Shaqiri
1-2.
to Salah.
Oh, it's holding up.
Declan Rice stay with
him.
him. Oh,
Shot.
shoots from distance. Fabianski.
Fabianski.
1 minute ended, injury time. I can't believe this first half has flown by, considering it's been mainly all Liverpool.
Yeah.
Been
Yeah,
very,
that's
yeah.
been like a better 10 minutes. Like that's the best
Yeah.
we've had, really.
Yeah.
Because the first 15.
Go on, Antonio.
We were shit.
Oh no.
Oh,
Phillips has done well again. He's been really good.
Like it's a good half in terms of we've like dealt with the pressure in a way, but it's
Liverpool coming forward again.
It's not. I don't want to be like too negative, you know.
How's he got that ball through out to the wide?
Knocked it back for the whip in.
He's still driving forward. Liverpool player. Well done, West Ham. Get rid of it. He's going to give a corner. Literally giving a corner.
That's it.
Oh, he's blowing the whistle. That'll do.
Yeah.
Like you said, Cess, mate. You know, we've kind of got by that. We've survived that half, and that's a you know.
That's a positive. It's a positive that we've defended well. We've been defensively solid. That's a positive.
Yeah.
First 15 we were shaky. I must admit.
Right.
We gave
Hold on a
the
sec.
ball away, like on a couple of occasions. Rushed the ball a bit.
Yep.
Gave their midfield so much time. Like gave Thiago and Ronaldo so much time. But
Yep.
as the game come on, we did spur on some half chances.
Right. Give me.
Yep. At the end of the day, we dealt with it, and it's 0-0. So we'll take it.
Well,
really.
It's that time again for the halftime report. Of course, it's that time of the day where we give you Alf's halftime report. Obviously, it's not with Alf, it's Anton and Matt, and we'll have several guests coming on through halftime. Matt, we hit the halfway mark. It's 0-0. What is your brief thoughts before we start bringing on some guests?
I mean, the half flew by, but nothing really happened.
Yeah.
Like, nothing we had a half chance that was blocked. You know, Ben Rahman 4-0s. And then they had that one near 2 chances at the end, one for Origi and then the shot from Salah.
Yep.
And that's pretty much it for 45 minutes of play. It's probably been an awful advert for the Premier League, I'm not going to lie. It's been very much defence versus attack, and nothing's really happened.
Well, listen. Let me bring in our first guest, and we'll get talking about it. And it's Irish Tommy. Thank you very much for joining us again, mate. It's been an interesting first half. What's your thoughts?
Very disappointed with how negative we are, if I'm honest. We've basically just, when Liverpool have possession, we're just getting everyone back in our own half. The entire game has almost been played in our half of the field. Jordan Henderson spent most of the time on the halfway line. You know, given he's their centre back, that's not good enough. I can't believe how negative we are. We're asking really to lose this game the way we're playing. It's like Moyes just set up to say, let's see if we can get a 0-0 here. And look, I know we've restricted Liverpool to very little opportunity, but this is really, really negative stuff, and I'm very disappointed. I would hope we'd be more positive, and I hope second half will come out more positive than we were in that first half. I think we've made life very, very easy for Liverpool.
Yeah, I'm going to bring in our next guest back again, Jake from West Ham Unofficial. Jake, what do you think on what Tommy said?
I think I'm inclined to agree with Tommy there, because I think Yeah, for me, I think we've just let them kind of just control the midfield completely. I think that it's been not the best half for me. I think that in the first 10, 15, 20 minutes, we knew that we just kind of, we didn't wake up in them first early stages. But to be fair, I've got my One Football app open here, and they've had 70%. They've had 70% possession and not really much with it. To be fair, if I'm being honest, we had the best chance of the game where Antonio pulled it back and Ben Rama couldn't get it fully out of his feet, and then Fornals bluffed it. But yeah, for me, on 30% possession, I mean, I hate possession anyway, but I think that we could do more with it. And for me, I think we've made it very easy, and I think we've made it a bit of a training game in midfield for Liverpool.
Tommy, do you think we've given Liverpool too much respect in this game?
Far too much respect. For at home against a really depleted Liverpool team, for us to have 30% of the possession and for almost the entire game to be played in our half is not good enough, frankly. We're paying them far too much respect. We're going to lose this game if we don't wake up and actually have some bottle here and go and try and win this game in the second half. We talked before the game, Anton, all about the importance of pressing up high, putting the pressure on them higher up the field, trying to win the ball back around the middle of the field and sometimes in their half. And we just haven't been able to do that because we're so negative. And then when we do win the ball back, everyone is in our half. And it's incredibly difficult to try and get out of your own half and spring any passes together when you've got 20 odd players in your half of the field when you win the ball back. We've been reduced to hoofing some balls up, hoping Antonio can get on the end of them. It's not good enough, really. And we're going to lose this 1-0, and it's going to be like a losing effort that we can't even really take anything from. It'll be just a kind of pathetic defensive performance, hoping we can hang on here for a 0-0. We can't allow 70% possession and think we're going to get anything out of this.
We certainly have sat back, haven't we, Jake, in terms of allowing Liverpool to play from the back. And I think with the possession, I mean, to be fair, there's been a lot of possession in their own half, but they're slowly and surely working forward and trying to penetrate our defence. Do you think we've underestimated some of the players that have stepped into the Liverpool lineup today?
Yeah, well, for me, the one I think I kind of got a bit excited when Mane wasn't in the starting 11, and we saw in the first 10 minutes what their what their plan was. They've got a game plan, and I think for me that we're sitting back far too much. I mean, we've got the kind of ability there to kind of go at them. I mean, we're at home. Why don't we just have a go? Really, in my opinion, because I think that once we've got the ball, it's just so frustrating. Toby's just said, in Moyes we trust, and yeah, we do. But if I'm being honest, this half, I think that when we have got the ball, we've kind of just gave it back, been sloppy, and against teams like Liverpool, yes, they're weakened, but we can't just whenever we get the ball, just give it away straight away. It's just sloppy. I think Antonio hasn't had much up there, but he hasn't had the best of games. I think we haven't got. Fornals and Bowen have done a lot of defensive work and haven't really done anything attacking wise. But I think we've got to come out in the second half. We've got to say we're up there with Liverpool. We're up there with the big boys at the moment. We've got to go out there for me and just kind of attack more. We've got to get a more of a positive outlook on the game for me.
The one thing I will say though is, and Cess made the valid point, I know we've got to half time, and I mean, with all the possession that Liverpool have had and driving forward, they still not and haven't really threatened Fabianski at all. So is Moyes playing the tactical game? Is he going to change things up at half time? Not substitution wise, but is he going to start to say to West Ham, you've given Liverpool their game time, you've given them the ability to play. They've ran their feet off left, right and centre. Salah's running all over the shop. Shaqiri's running all over the shop. Wijnaldum, Thiago, they're covering so much ground and so much space. Do they have that ability to keep that flow up for the full 90 minutes if West Ham especially aren't pressing? Because we see it, Tommy, don't we? We see when Liverpool are bringing the ball forward to the halfway line, West Ham are sitting back. The minute they cross that halfway line, that's the moment they press, and that's not the West Ham we've been seeing this season so far, is it?
No, it's not. I'm so disappointed. No, Liverpool can do this for 90 minutes. This is easy. This is the game being played. They're dictating it. We're allowing them to dictate the pace, because we're just sitting back, letting them have the ball, and they're knocking it about left and right. Yes, we're making it difficult for them to create chances. We might get a 0-0, which would be an acceptable result, but just a wholly uninspiring and, frankly, a little bit of a cowardly performance so far. I'd rather lose the game 1-0 having a go at them, to be completely honest with you, because, if we keep doing this, I mean, fine if we get a 0-0, it's a good point, but, I think we're better than this. I think we can be a bit more ambitious than this. I would like to see us at some point, okay, let's say we get to the hour mark and we're still doing this and it's still 0-0. I'd like to think at some point Moyes would say, okay, let's go for it now. We've gotten to the hour mark, 0-0. Let's have a go at them. Let's see if we can go and win it now. I'm hoping that will happen at some point. I'd like to see it happen for the entire second half, frankly, for us to actually go out and let's see, we can get at them. We've seen in that first half, on the rare occasions when we've actually managed to place some ball in their half of the field, we've shown that we can get at them and create openings. So why not do it more often and take them on and say, right, let's go. We believe we can win this game being progressive, and I think we can. I hate that negative crap. I'm really disappointed.
And to be fair, out of the 45 minutes in the first half, there was a couple of spells. There was a spell for about maybe 7 or 8 minutes near the end of the first half where West Ham gained a little bit of possession. We calmed it down from the back. We played the ball out. Declan Rice had a bit of space. Benrahma was starting to play a little bit of football, and then obviously, as you mentioned, Jake, we had that opportunity. The ball came in to Benrahma, and if only he'd hit it first time. To be fair, Antonio was standing in his way. He took a second touch, and then who was it? Was it Fornals tried to hit the ball? Yeah, and it took a couple of deflections, and the player headed it out. Then we had we attacked again. They filled Benrahma a few times. A couple of good crosses. Phillips with a fantastic defensive header, because if he hadn't got to that ball was going straight onto the forehead of Dawson, and it would have been had to take in a world-class save for them to save it. Sorry, there's someone in the chat, so I'm going to have to remove them. They're gone. Don't worry, they're gone. That's them out. So yeah, Tommy, what do you do if you're David Moyes and you're in the changing room right now with the team? What are you saying to the lads?
Well, I'm going to be asking them to be more positive, to push up the field, press them high up. We're kind of implying at times this kind of half press, where a couple of players go and push, but they're able to play their way through that far too easily. And then once they've played their way through it, the couple of players that were pressing a bit just drop way back into our half again. It's pointless. You either press properly or don't bother. I'd like to see us commit more to man-on-man stuff now, second half. Get pushed up on him. Let's play just standard football here, and let's not be afraid to allow our defenders to defend against them, because we are very good defenders. We've got good defenders who know their jobs and are very well drilled. Obviously, Rice and Sochik are back there helping as well. Bowen and Fornals get back and help out when it's needed. They will track back. So we don't need to be ultra defensive here. I think defensively we're good enough to keep Liverpool out, and that will just allow us to have more players up the field when we do win the ball back. We don't have everything condensed into our own half, making it nigh on impossible to play our way out of there. So I think get more players up the field, and let's not have this entire second half played in our half the way the first half was.
Jake, same question to yourself. What are you going to say to David if you're David Moyes in that changing room? What's going to change in the second half, and how are West Ham going to try and get one over on Liverpool?
We'll just do what we've been doing for the last couple of months, really. Just go out there, play our normal game, and try and be more positive, try and do more with the ball when we've got it, and just let them go. I mean, we've seen their ability, but we just need to see it against a kind of better side for me. But I think it's definitely in us to do it, but we just haven't came out all guns firing yet. Cheers, Anton.
Yeah, no worries. Thanks for that, Jake. Take it easy, mate. Tommy, lots of things to improve for West Ham. We're going to bring some of the other lads back in. Have you had time to think about the first half in particular, Matt and Cess? Kind of brief thoughts?
Yeah, Matt, you go ahead, man.
I'm not sure.
Listen, I'll shoot off and watch the second half, and I'll touch later on, guys. Cheers,
Tommy. Thanks for that, mate. Take it easy.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm not sure if this is like a Moyes tactic. Like he's just invited them on the first half. I mean, Klopp didn't look very happy. He was running straight down the tunnel at half time. I don't know if he was happy with the way they were playing or moving it, or
Yeah. I'll be honest, that
we gave them the ball, but we looked comfortable without it. Like they had a lot of the ball and they didn't do much with it. I don't know if that was a Moyes tactic for the first half. You know, like an old Big Sam style. Let's get the first 45 minutes and then the next 15, and then you got to think that he's done with defending for 45 minutes and giving them the ball, and now surely we're going to have to come out the second half because we can't play any worse offensively than we did in that half. Like we just didn't. There was sloppiness. There was no quickness in the ball, and we were being quick. We weren't passing the ball. It was just like Sunday League, hoof the ball up and see what the big man up front can do with it. You know.
This is a good point that English Yardy's making. Shaqiri and Thiago have had it easy in the middle stroll in the park for them. Let's make them work this half easy for them. So far, there's no ifs and buts about it. They're definitely winning that midfield battle. When we know that Souček and Rice are definitely more than capable of winning that. Sis.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, we said it during the game. Like they've had far too much time on the ball. The reason why they've had far too much time on the ball is the way they pressed us from the first minute. Literally, they've been on us like a rash, and because we've literally been very shaky, slow at starting, they've had time to like literally get the ball and get out of whack. But the thing is, they've had all the ball. They've not done much with it. Because Liverpool have been sloppy with the ball as well, as much as we have. If you look at it, from my opinion, they've not really. They've not the ball, but they've not really like created chances where we've had like half chance, and we had that one clear chance off the line. Other than that, we've not been too badly. Like we actually have gave the ball away a lot. I won't say a lot. We gave the ball away sometimes. We have like rushed the ball a lot, but I won't say we've done too badly because there's spells like after 10 minutes we were getting at them a bit. But I think Moyes is thinking, you know what? We expected Liverpool to press us from the off. Let's just like see how it is. Let's not concede at half time and let's go at second half for a different approach. I think that's how he's looking at it, and I think we might all see a different second half, I reckon.
Yep, absolutely. Let's bring on Mr. One Football. Stel, thoughts on the first half, mate?
Yeah.
Oh, turn.
I haven't I've only just come on, so I don't know what the other guys said, but I thought we were quite poor in the first half. I think we allowed an awful lot of possession. We reverted back to the hoop ball, hoping that Antonio grabbed it and done something with it, allowing them to play their game. They're dictating midfield. It felt like West Ham evolved, unfortunately. All the hype that we've given ourselves over the past 6 games, winning with ease, playing really stylish football, etc., all disappeared. And I think Jess is right. You know, they have been pressing us right from the front, and have been making it difficult. But we've had that in other games, and we've gotten over it. But it looks like we're almost giving them too much respect, allowing them to play their game, and they're lapping it up. You know, the long balls and bread and butter to. So we've done nothing, and it's been a bit disappointing for me, to be honest with you.
Oh, no, get him rid of the ball. Let it. Oh, goes out for a Fabianski goal kick. Sorry. Is everyone, are we all on sync then? 45, 31, 2, 3.
It's mysteriously working now.
Alright, there you go.
It's working out, yeah? Cool.
Alexander Arnold put his hand out, so technically that would be offside according to.
Oh yeah, it would have been. Is he wearing long sleeves? Has he got a long sleeve shirt on?
Villa game, you know.
I think it's supposed to be about here, isn't it? It's about here somewhere.
It was like here.
Yeah, I don't know if the long sleeve shirt counts. Like you assume it doesn't.
I don't know.
Let's say Wijnaldum on the ball, tacking through the middle. He's on the left hand side. Out wide to Robertson. Shaqiri. He's got a free roll back there, up there, doesn't he? It's just everywhere today. Phillips. What's the guy doing? Don't be doing anything with that. Ah, I was unlucky, Antonio.
That's it. Go on,
Good
West Ham.
play from Souček. Well done. Oh, unlucky.
Oh,
Come on. Oh no, get rid of it. We're done.
He's lost.
Play that
That's
nice.
a booking.
He's
That's a
got
booking.
there.
That is a booking. Jesus. Yeah, he's had the booking for that.
Yeah.
He's absolutely. Who was that on the ball? He just absolutely annihilated him, Declan Rice. Henderson.
Jordan Henderson. yeah, that's a booking.
Yeah, it's a booking.
Just absolutely just wiped him out completely.
It's one of the ones you can't argue with. You're like, yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
So free kick halfway between the halfway into the West Ham half to Liverpool. Thiago and Robertson stepping over the ball. Just get a hold of the ball, West Ham. Keep a bit of possession. Calm it down. Oh, it's going to be a West
He's
Ham
been
free
That's not
kick.
free
out.
kick, surely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wait! Oh, what the?
Went in with his shoulder, didn't he?
Smashed it.
Literally just like speared him, man. Pretty much.
Was that Phillips on Sufal?
Yeah.
Water. If that was a response to my comments, it doesn't matter who we're playing. I think we're giving them too much possession and allowing them to dictate the game. Doesn't matter if they're world champions or not. Great that we're not losing, but is that, after the last 6 games where we've been playing really well, is that all we're hoping for, that we just don't lose? I want to win this game. I think that they're ripe for the taking at the moment, to be honest with you.
Oh, what was that? Oh, that might be a booking as well.
They might call that back. Origi down the left-hand side. He's driving forward. Origi's still on the ball. Drives into the 18-yard box. Oh, get rid of it!
Salah.
Oh, get rid of it! Oh, he's done well. Who was that tackled?
Was that Oggy or Creswell?
Oggy.
Oh, I swear to my word. Like, Origi just drove forward. He's gone back and booked Souček. So that's Declan Rice and Souček on a yellow card. But Origi has collected the ball.
Well, not even that, 2 minutes.
Origi's collected the ball inside his own half, and he's driven forward. Oh no, it's not inside his own half. Shaqiri's played the ball. Yeah, he's driven forward inside the 18-yard box. Put the ball into, skip past Dawson. Ball into his left foot. Creswell tackle. Yeah.
Oh, Creswell. Yeah.
Dawson clears it out.
Yeah.
If Creswell wasn't there, that was Salah.
I'll tell you what, he's been their bright spot so far, Origi. Yeah.
Yeah, he has. Oh, clever turn from Salah.
There's a movement on the bench there. I don't know if I've seen a bit of movement from the bench. Oh no, he's through. We need to do.
Wide.
They're pressing again. They've just started off how they finished off the first half.
Yeah.
We just can't keep a hold of the ball. And do you know what? I really hope this is one of those games that I'm glad I'm sitting underneath the stairs in my house and Moyes is the manager of the club, but like maybe he's playing the long game here. I don't know. Right now I don't see it. There's a clash of heads.
Right, what are you doing? You got. I thought he wasn't going to stop it then.
I don't know. There's a part of me that's like sitting back is inviting them. They want you to come forward, and that is what they want. Maybe we should. I don't know. Sitting back.
It's finding the balance, isn't it?
Yeah, it's finding the balance.
Trying to find the balance. The problem is, if we go too gung ho, they're going to freaking rip us to shreds. Even with
if you push to play to
So-
out pitch.
So it is a little bit like Moyes is playing the long game.
Some ways, yeah.
Because you know what Liverpool are capable of. On the break, they are absolutely deadly, and you know that, and we won't be able to handle that. So it is just one of them. He's trying to play the long game, but how long do you try and play the long game?
He'll do it for as long as possible, won't he, David Moyes?
Yeah.
If you go by the old David Moyes, he'll play it for as long as possible.
Shaqiri, Salah switches play completely. Sufal's intercepted.
We'll play Sufal.
Finds Bowen.
Go on.
Go on,
That's a
Bowen.
good touch. Go on.
Pings ball. Antonio.
Go on, Antonio.
Oh, go on, Antonio. Oh, that's Allison.
Ah,
He takes a touch. Allison
sweep the keeper flying out.
Yeah.
I'll be back later, lads.
All right.
Okay.
Cheers, Stout.
Yeah. Just because me, I'm just thinking,
Phillips.
you know what? Take the 0-0 and just run, man.
Milner through the middle there to Shaqiri, switches play.
With White Robertson.
I mean, if this was West
Soufan.
Ham, if West Ham were playing the way Liverpool were, I'd be like, we're playing really well. I mean, Liverpool are playing well.
Go on, Bowen.
Bowen cuts inside, feeds the ball through to Declan Rice, switches play completely to Fornals. Creswell's making the overlapping run. He gets a hold of the ball on the
Whip it in,
left hand
Creswell.
side,
Whip it.
whips it in. Is that? I don't know what that was.
What?
I was like the old Creswell.
Lads will be back
That
in a
was the
minute.
old Creswell. That was
absolutely pony.
that was the old Creswell. That ball.
That was. Where did that come from?
Good bit of play by West Ham. We switched it out wide, quickly broke, got the one-on-one, got the room for Creswell to whip it in for Antonio. Admittedly, he was. You can see what he's trying to do because he had to whip it with pace, but he had to get the height, and he only had Antonio at the back post to pick out. So he had to play like an inch perfect cross, and he was just put his foot through it and absolutely smashed it. He might be better off shooting from there. You know what?
True.
Might be better off shooting. See if you catch Alisson out. Liverpool on the ball into midfield. I said before the game, if we give Thiago too much time, he'll make us punish for it.
That's what I'm saying. That's the one person you don't want to give time on the ball.
And he is getting a lot of time on the ball. Like, they're not closing down at all.
One person.
Even Milner, to be honest. You know. You think of all the players, all the teams Milner's played for, and all the stuff he's won. He's not a solid player. The only thing you can think of with him is that I can't see him lasting 90 minutes again, Milner. It's his third game in 6 days? 5-6 days, his third game? At 35.
I don't know. Milner's that type of...
He's a machine, though, isn't he?
He's a machine, yeah. It's
all
all
for
that
Salah,
Ribena,
got a head.
It's all that Ribena, though. You know.
I've got a feeling like I can see in the next 10 minutes them taking him off for I don't know, maybe Curtis Jones or something.
No, he might try and bring Minamino on a certain as well.
Was it Jack? I think the guy's name was that come on yesterday, and he said about he possibly wouldn't start Milner and he'd start Curtis Jones. So I wonder if some point in the next 5, maybe 10, 15 minutes we'll see Curtis Jones instead of him.
I could see that. I could see that happening.
I'm saying that there he is. That is Curtis Jones, isn't it?
Yeah,
just shown on the screen.
The bench now. So he'll come on. Then
I'm assuming he'll come on for Milner.
Yeah, and I can see Minamino coming on as well, probably.
Because I did say to the guy yesterday, I said, you know, the one thing I think Liverpool have done too much this season is they've gone into games against the lesser teams, so like the Burnley game, and they've played defensively, like they played 2 holding midfielders. I feel like against us, a team like us, a team like Burnley, teams that sit back and counter, you don't want to play the 2 players. West Ham just sitting back on the ball here. Go on, Dawson. Solid tackle. Go on, keep playing. Counter.
What a tackle that is.
Good ball for 1 hour. Go on, West Ham. You've got 3 on 2 here. Go on.
There you go.
Go on. Go on.
Go on.
Oh, it's just behind him. Go on, Antonio. Yes. Oh, wide.
He's got to hit the target there. He's got to hit the target.
He's used.
There.
I think is it Henderson? He's used as his
He's tried to curl it around him.
Yeah, he used it as his shooting point to bend it round him. I thought he stuck it in the bottom corner. West Ham on the counter finally got an actual decent counter where they haven't played it too hard. Just behind Antonio, but he gets it back, bends it. Oh, it was Milner on the floor from the tackle, and he just Milner gets up and he's got
to hit the target there.
Adjusts his body. He just can't get enough whip to put it in that bottom corner.
Got to hit the target there.
Solid tackle from Dawson, by the way.
Look at that, Dawson.
That's proper Brexit tackle right there.
Isn't it? He's let Origi know.
He's limping a little bit, but I think he'd be all right. He went down earlier under the tackle, and as soon as he didn't get it, he got back up and started running about again. Is Milner coming off?
Yeah.
So what? I mean, that Wijnaldum going to sit? They've got 3 rather attacking midfielders in the centre of the middle now. Curtis Jones on the ball straight away. Out to Trent.
Shit. This is
Trent to Salah. Salah cuts inside. Goal. 1-0
Yeah.
Liverpool.
Yeah, that was coming. Yeah, that was coming. That was
Just off that miss from Antonio, they've gone down the other end and scored. It's a quality finish, to be fair. He cuts
it was
inside
coming.
Creswell
That goal,
and he
that was coming.
bends it top corner.
It was coming. Yeah, you can't really argue it.
Dawson just couldn't get enough up. Couldn't get high enough to block it either. Dawson stretching, running back, stretching, trying to get his head on it.
Sat off them.
Yep. Yeah, they deserve it. You know, they deserve it. To be fair,
from there. They've allowed Salah.
The one thing, I mean, you know, we spoke earlier about being critical and all this stuff, and you know, we said about being critical and we don't score enough. And if I'm going to be critical in that play, the one question I've got is why is Creswell forcing him on his left foot?
Yes, do you know he's gonna? That's what he does. He literally just cuts in, bang, like you know he's going to do that. You know exactly he's going to do that.
There are certain players, you know, like you think of like Yarmolenko, Arjen Robben.
You don't let
Salah,
them cut in on their left foot.
That they want to play on the right wing and cut in on the left foot. And you think, why has Creswell forced him in? Like he literally didn't show him outside. He showed him inside and was like, "Yeah, there you go."
Showed him inside, and then
he showed him in
straight away. As soon as he cut in, he hit. I was like, "Yeah." And even you just went underwhelmed goal.
And of course, it was Salah because I saw a stat today that he hadn't scored. This was his longest streak of not scoring a goal for Liverpool in his career.
Goal strat, yeah.
Yeah. So as soon as I saw that, I was like, "Oh, he's going to get a goal today."
Yeah.
I want to sit there and say they don't deserve it, but they really do. Like they fully do.
They do.
It's been basically one-way traffic for 99% of this game. We've had two chances. The one where Benrahma's touch got blocked, and then Fornals had a shot and it got cleared.
And Antonio had this
massive Antonio chance.
That, literally.
Yep. Difference being that we're not playing Palace today, so
yeah. Can't play like this against Villa.
Because they're a team in form as well.
Can't play like that against Villa. Cannot.
But it's just...
I just don't know what's happened. It's like we're showing them far too much respect, man.
I said about before the game that I worried we were going to do it, and we just have done it. You know, we have shown them too much respect.
We've not gone for it. We're not like gone for it, really. We've just literally just... It's like we've... In a way, just...
I said in the preview I was worried about us going even worse and maybe him dropping one of Fornals and Benrahma for Johnson and going 5 at the back.
I had a feeling he was going to do that.
But, I mean, it's Liverpool on the counter-attack again. Good tackle from Ogbonna. Souček sweeps it up. We have really shown him too much. And the problem is we're not like one of these top teams. We can't just start and stop. We can't just switch it on when we like. You know, it's... You know, we need to be attacking from the start. We can't just sit 40 minutes, 50, 60 minutes, not attack, Bowen in there or intercepted. Ref had his flag down. Was Bowen onside? I'm guessing it's probably not.
What's that? Is that Yarmolenko coming on?
Yeah, Yarmolenko's coming on.
It better not be for Benrahma.
Wouldn't surprise me if he comes on for Bowen.
Yeah.
That seems to be one of his go-to subs. Is Yarma for Bowen. I'm more worried that he might bring him on for Antonio. So I think he needs to leave. I think he needs to still stay 2 up front. I think he needs to leave. Yeah, I think he needs to go 2 up front. That's why I'd bring Benrahma.
I think so. We're 1-0 down now, so we need to change it really.
Toby said we should have gone 5 at the back and been more negative. I don't think we could have been more negative.
Yeah.
I said, I know it changed because the players went in, but I said for the game. But we still had to worry about the attacking players. Salah's, and again, it's got to the bite, always overrun its goal kick. We still have to worry about their attacking players, but the defenders was where we needed to really try and make something happen. And we haven't really done it. We haven't. Oh, I think it's four
No.
nows coming off for Yarmolenko.
Yeah. Yeah, 4 nows, yeah.
So surely that would be two up front then, I'd think. Push Ben Rama out onto the wing
I'd do that. Just,
and push Yarmolenko up front alongside Antonio.
yeah.
I said before the game, right? I said to Anton, the fact that he stayed with the same formation was good. And I said, as long as we go and have a go, no one to moan. Like,
show something. Show some intent. Like,
yeah,
you know.
you go out there and you have a go and they've been the better team, then fair enough. And they have been the better team, but we haven't offered anywhere near enough of anything.
They've been a better team because, like, we've not really, like, took it to them. Just literally. We haven't. But, hey ho.
Oh, short free kick out to the wing. Go on, get the ball in, Bowen.
Go on. Get in.
Corner ball.
Like, there's still time. Like, there is still time to...
And I'm more shocked that he's actually made a sub straight away. Like, he's actually gone, oh, we're 1-0 down. Let's get an attacker on. Right, do you reckon we can whip this one in this time? We can whip it and not play some stupid short corner.
Freaking better. I can't kick off, man. He's whipped it in, yes.
Oh, he just actually volleyed him in the head, didn't he? Suchek channeling his inner Craig Dawson there.
Suchek with his inner Dawson. Like, just...
Better be careful, though. I mean, he's technically on a booking, isn't he?
Yeah.
But I don't think there's no intent in that. He's gone for the red kick, hasn't he? He's controlled it, and he's gone for the volley, and he's just pinged him in the head.
Ping! Yeah.
He's only got eyes for the ball, but just so did Henderson. But he's up and about. Now, I wonder if going two up front might give him more to think about. That's what I'm hoping. But playing Yarmolenko alongside Antonio.
Yes, they are. Do you reckon he'll bring the young kid on for Antonio at some point?
Boys, no, I doubt it. Unless there's like 3 minutes to go. West Ham in the left back position with Creswell. Back to the edge of the box with Ogbonna. Liverpool pressing us hard. Fabianski with a big clearance up the pitch, looking for no one. Suchek able to bring it down. Creswell brings it forward to Ben Rama,
Unless he
who's now
really goes for it, and then like brings him on for Bowen, and then they just go free up top. Just literally have Antonio Yarmolenko one side, and then Ilibeko like in the middle.
Good ball out from Creswell out to one for Bowen.
Ben Rama like
looking in
just
behind.
In front of Suchek and Rice. You know.
I might be too far to Bowen. Sorry, go on, Bowen. Is that West Ham throwing? It is.
That could be that could show something to him. You know. If we were that desperate.
We've got a good little spell of the ball here. The change has made a bit of a difference. The extra body in the middle. Go on, Ben Rama. Who's out now out on the wing.
So yeah, that could be an option.
Whip it in Creswell. Oh, over here. It's the far post. Cleared out the other side. West Ham on the ball again. Sufal into Yarmolenko. Yarmolenko standing him up. Knocks it out wide, whips in. It's going to have another corner.
Wait, what? Oh.
Another corner to West Ham. Bowen, hopefully he's going to whip it in again. Hopefully we've seen the end of them stupid short ones because they realised, you know...
It's not working. We got big men there, you know.
Yeah. Dawson. Oh. Another whipped in one. Did Dawson I can't tell where that come off, to be honest. Long ball from Liverpool.
It come off Dawson's, I think.
Back out to Ben Rama on the wing, coming forward again. Out to Antonio. Go on, play it in. Good ball. Oh, another corner. We need to make one of these count, you know.
I know.
Considering we're supposed to be like the best team at set pieces. ball to be whipped in. Come on, Bowen. Bowen whips it in. Cleared. Oh no! Come on now. Not like this. Not like this. Liverpool on the counter.
Wow.
Whips it in. Salah. Oh my god. Are we ever,
my lord,
ever
we just literally just got ripped.
going
this
to
is what I said.
play?
This is literally what I said when he's like, you just got.
Are we ever going to play a game
ripped
against
spread.
Liverpool and
Literally
not
just got
concede?
ripped from a poor corner.
Yeah. Are we ever going to play a game against Liverpool and not concede from our own corner? Like,
That was
I mean, it's a brilliant.
shit.
I mean, there's a reason they are where they are, and that was absolutely clinical counter attack. You know, it's a brilliant. I don't know what was the assist. It's a brilliant ball to Salah. Great touch. Slips in. Was it Shaqiri with the pass?
Yeah.
Lads, I mean,
wide left. Shaqiri's first time ball whipped into Salah. Control.
We just literally got ripped to shreds.
I was about to jump on and just go, after we conceded the goal, we had a decent couple of minutes spell.
Yeah, we did.
And then it's fucking pinged the ball over the top and
because we do it every single time. We overcommit at corners against Liverpool. We've done it for years. And we'd never play a game, especially at London Stadium. We can never go a game at London Stadium without getting hit on the counter attack. We just can't do it.
That was literally like freaking 5 seconds.
Yeah, in one go.
That pretty much was. Jeez.
I think he's just brought on Firmino. I'm sure I just saw Firmino on the pitch. I mean, it's a fantastic ball from Shaqiri.
Yeah.
But, I think that was actually they're just showing it there. That was Shaqiri's last touch on the game.
Yeah.
He just taken him off for Firmino. And that, you know what though? In fairness, like I said, they deserve it.
Yeah.
they do, mate. They do.
The annoying thing is, we said before the game, man. I said, if they turn up and they play well, and we have a go, but they're better team. And fair enough, and they have been the better team, and they fully deserve it.
Yeah.
But we haven't turned up at all.
And as fans, we've got very cocky.
I know. I'm always going to try and back the team to win.
Like,
but like I said, the team.
I genuinely feel like I was, I was trying to be reserved, but you feel like on a place like Twitter and I was on Jake's preview today, like you just feel like the fans of I don't know, predicting 2-0, 3-0 wins, all that sort of shit. We're still playing the champions. Loads of people in the comments earlier on said we're still playing the champions, lads.
Yeah, we are.
It's true.
We are, and they are champions for a reason. Champions do have to have a 25-man squad to compete.
But do you know what, lads? There's 20 minutes to go. There is 20 minutes to go. We can still do something. Imagine if we get a goal now in the next couple of minutes.
It could all go the other way. But
yeah, so far Liverpool have deserved and are deserving this lead. But now it's up to Moyes to show us. It's now down to Moyes to show us what he's capable of doing.
Well, I did say, I gave him praise. I said, as soon as we conceded that first goal, he took off midfield and put him centre forward. He took off Fornals and put on Yarmolenko straight away. It's just and like you said, we was actually
unfortunately from an absolute shit corner.
And it was as soon as it happened.
Oh dear. Oh no.
Yeah.
I just saw how many players that Liverpool were just running out. I was like,
It's much better, West Ham. Sufal on the ball, coming across the halfway line. Feeds in Yarmolenko. Nice touch out to Bowen.
And you have to give Moyes credit. We did make that sub, and it was like we were getting we had that spell of corners, and literally as that corner was coming in, I said to Cess, we need to make one of these count soon. And then lo and behold, they just do what they always do against us at London Stadium. Hits on the counter from a corner.
Yeah.
From our own corner. I saw someone in the comments saying this is on David Moyes and it's too negative. In fairness, he put out an attacking team. This is the team that's been doing everything. I thought he was going to go more defensive. They've just been better. Let's be fair. They have been the better team.
Leave Vasello, we've got the right to feel confident, Anton. Look where we are. No, I'm not remotely denying it. I just feel like maybe, you know, in my head, I was trying my best to be confident, but I'm always got that little barrier in front of me going, yeah, I know we're confident where we are, but we're still coming up against the champions. We just need to be mindful of the fact, and you can always tell what West Ham are going to turn up to the day in the first couple of minutes. The first time that Liverpool receive the ball,
see the first 5 minutes.
yeah, the first time Liverpool receive the ball in the defence, you can see if West Ham are going to press. If West Ham don't press, yeah, then you know what kind of game to expect.
And we've not pressed from. We haven't been at it.
No, we've not been at the races.
We all know what the Premier League's like. You know, if you don't turn up, you'll get punished.
People are saying here, time to sub Antonio and give Meeple and let him have a go. There's probably I would maybe give Antonio 5 more minutes maybe, and then let Obadiku come out on a run
I
out.
can see what he's saying. He's probably saying 2-0 down now.
Yeah.
Chance of us getting something out of this game are going to be slim.
So if we've got something...
We only really created 2 clear-cut chances in the game so far.
Yeah.
And we didn't score either of them. I don't think we've actually hit the target yet. So...
I don't know.
You might as well rest Antonio. This game
It all could have been avoided, man. But that second goal, but it's.
I think Soufal struggled today. I know there's a few players that have struggled, but in particular down that right hand side, there's been a lot of hitting hopes, and I genuinely think he struggled down that side today. But we have sat back. There's no ifs or buts about it, and allowed them to play football. And we've been punished for it. They are a good football inside though, aren't they?
They are really football side, and they have played the football. But
he's been really effective.
It was just a rapid counter attack. It was like
they
went from A to B within
second, yeah.
Literally. And they've done this. They've done this many times. The team. They've done this. Even last season, they've literally done it to so many teams. They do it all the time. That's what they do. Like, they
leave Vasello. It wasn't nothing untoward. I love all you guys. Just didn't want you to feel down. Yeah, 100%, mate. I get where you're coming from. People are Scott saying he's out of gas.
Antonio's like
Rice has not been great today. My dad's in the chat. Hi, Dad. Salah's special player, unfortunately.
That's a foul on Antonio.
He is, and he likes a goal against us, doesn't he? Thiago in the 18-yard box. Wijnaldum, Salah from distance. Rosed shot.
I can see the tactic more as a set. You know, Liverpool play this way, didn't they? Where they massively press from the front, right? And he's turned around and said, it's almost like Moyes turned around and said, I don't want them picking your pocket at the back. So as soon as you get that ball, clip it into Antonio and we'll build off him. Except the problem is, where he said don't take too much time at the back, rather than taking the touch and looking up and playing it into Antonio, we've just gone, all right, first time, ping it down the line and see what happens. And then nothing's hitting Antonio, nothing came back. And if it doesn't hit Antonio, we struggle.
Firmino on the edge of the 18-yard box.
But
Is it back?
We knew we'd have to lose at some point. And you have lost the reigning champions.
Oh, that'll do, Fabianski.
And they've been the better team. Like, that's the only thing I'd always say. You know, you want to lose. If you're going to lose to the better team. It's just more disappointing that we know we can do better than this, and we just haven't turned up.
Yeah. Like I said, let's learn from this. We've got Villa next, so let's. It's not the worst thing. Like, we've lost, yeah. But
it's not. No, it's not, mate. It's not. It's not.
Freaking panic and just
No, it's just more the fact that we haven't turned up.
We haven't turned up.
We haven't given account of ourselves, have we?
No. That's why they can just literally just undo this against Villa.
I mean, Villa are looking decent themselves, aren't they?
Well, I mean, they got lucky yesterday.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's all luck though. I don't know if that's all luck, is it?
Well, I mean,
I know you're talking about the goal, but I'm talking about
that handball as well.
Yeah,
that
but
Mike Dean,
I'd-
Howard
yeah,
said
but
that
you-
wasn't a penalty. No, they've
but-
been playing very well, much like
yeah,
us.
they've been playing well, and yeah.
Barkley's come in, and him and Jack Reedy's just
Sufal
straight away
cross, Salah
headed
back
out by
defending.
Salah. Look at Salah back there.
But look at the way they've played that ball out. It's what's he doing?
He straight away, look, one touch bang. Literally, they're just.
What's Thiago doing? What's he played it out for?
I think someone gone down. Origi.
Oh, a couple of them own again. More injuries.
Yeah, that's not what they need, really.
Where did he get injured?
What's
He
Origi?
fell over.
Just there. Fell
Like,
away.
he fell over.
Let's see what everyone is saying in the chat. Vaclav is saying, just for the stats, Sema scored again right now, Matt. Sorry for the off topic.
So can we buy him in the summer? Can we have him in the summer?
Oh,
Why
here we
is he
go.
bringing- why is
What?
he bringing
What?
Mark Noble on? Why is
And
he-
Fredericks. And Ryan
What?
Fredericks.
Wait, what? Well, no, what? Cut. Oh.
He's just
Antonio.
brought Mark Noble for Antonio.
He
This does not make sense.
what? Do you know what?
Why? We're already 2-0 down. Why are we putting on?
You know what? He's just.
I
gone,
think it's more of an acceptance.
Yeah, this is.
No, but come
Moyes
on,
is
man.
gone.
I know.
Moyes has gone. You know what? They've been the
That's
better
just-
team today. I don't want the goal difference to get hammering.
What was the game? What lads? What was the game that we played?
Is he just brought
Bowen's
Frederick
off.
for Bowen? Yeah.
Yeah. What was the game we played a couple of weeks ago? And I'm sure we all, as all West Ham fans, kept saying that was the Moyes of old. What was the game?
It was Brighton.
Brighton, was it? It was like very old Moyes tactics, and then out of the blue, he kind of turned it round. It's just a little bit like right now that one in every 3 or 4 games we have a little blip, and then Moyes goes, right, that's enough now.
Whereas Liverpool
We'll
bringing
come
on
back in.
No, but that's
Alex
literally-
Oxlade-Chamberlain.
That's
That's
literally
the
given
difference.
any little chance of we could maybe just go at them just to show some pride, show some salvation, something. But that's those substitutions right there.
Origi's off for
So-
Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain.
nailed in the coffin. That
So for anyone that's watching, Mark Noble came on for Antonio, and Ryan Fredericks came on for Jared Bowen. So we brought on 2 defensive players for 2 attacking players.
It's all right though,
Yarmolenko.
because
I was feeling with
we've
that.
got about 9 wingers, haven't we? That's why we're playing Fredericks at right wing.
Mark Noble's playing in behind Yarmolenko. Fredericks has got
Mark
the ball.
Noble's playing number 10 and Fredericks is playing right wing.
Why?
Don't see when you say it like that, Matt. It's so sarcastic.
It's all right,
I love it.
We don't need to buy any players. We've got 9 wingers, so Fredericks is playing on the right wing because we've got so many wingers.
Scott Randall saying, correct, Matt. If Moyes hadn't used this strategy, they would have poached those 2 goals in half. Pete Chapman, agree, Yardy. I would rather see them attacking yet lose instead of this. Sit back and
Yeah.
let Liverpool dictate. Yeah, we have today.
You know-
We've
you
kind of
know
fallen
what this
into
reminds me
we've
of?
fallen into a trap. Definitely today.
Do you remember what we talked about on the preview last night, the Man City game last season? And he said we played the Man City game and he put on 7 defenders and everyone was
Yeah.
behind the ball. And then we all had to go at Moyes and everyone on social media was like, we'd rather just have a go and lose. If we lose, we lose.
This
And
is the game.
although he's played the attacking players we wanted to see today, you know, the tactic has literally been the Man City one where just sit everyone back behind the ball again and see what happens.
Listen, let's have the faith in Moisey. Let's have the faith in Mark Noble to get a penalty. Let's have a faith in Fredericks to take
we
on
need to get
10 men
some-
and score a worldie from the edge of the box to make it a Desmond 2 each.
You know what? The problem is that I don't think we actually deserve it. Like, normally I'm
We
like, yeah,
don't,
we
but
get
do you know
something.
what? Do you know what? If we get something from this, mate, what are you willing to do? If we get something from this,
It'll be a freaking miracle if we do.
It will be a miracle.
Especially with
I mean, we
the
did it in the
subs
Tottenham
we played, it would
game,
be a
but-
miracle.
Declan Rice got hold of the ball. Back to Dawson, sorry. Away to Sufal.
The thing is, the difference is like,
Fredericks.
with the Tottenham game and that comeback.
Good
like,
play. Go on, Fredericks. Pings the ball in. Ah, that's unlucky.
Is at least with the Tottenham game, we made attacking subs. At least we've chosen 10.
Yeah.
This game, we just literally just
Well, he made one. He
Tuck
made
her tail
one
between her
like
legs.
for like, didn't he? Yarmolenko for 4 nails. Straight away when it went 1-0. And then it's gone 2-0 and he's just gone, I don't want to concede anymore now. So he's put on freaking Noble and Fredericks.
It's just like.
Which I can understand because we like the downfall we've got around everyone else up in like so we say the top 7 is that we don't have a very good goal difference.
No.
Everyone else has got like at least double figures positive. Was we? I think we're +4 at the moment now. We were +6.
Well, the positive, everyone around us has been absolutely dog shit.
Unlucky break of the ball.
So that's positive.
I think Wijnaldum's been so effective for Liverpool today. He's
Yeah.
him and Thiago, but I think Wijnaldum's been
have been
yeah.
quality today.
Yeah, they've
I
won
said
that
for the
battle
Wijnaldum
game,
today.
might
couldn't
be
afford to give him the space. And we
Yeah,
gave
that's right. Wijnaldum's is he going for free?
He might be leaving on a free. That's what I'm saying.
He won't
He's
sign the
going to,
contracts.
him. He's going to. Is it Barcelona?
I
Apparently,
heard it was Barcelona linked. Yeah.
Yeah.
because Barcelona want him and Memphis to play.
He said he's on a free, so I mean he might have already signed a contract with Barcelona.
Thiago, Liverpool just keeping possession again, building up slow play, driving forward. Salah dropping back into full-back position to collect the ball.
There's no pressure. They're just letting them play,
No,
do what they
no
want.
pressure. I'm telling you, they'll probably score from this. Literally, they tuck their tails between their legs. Literally, I won't be freaking surprised.
Wide
I
to
won't.
Robertson. Robertson looking to bring
I
it
think
in.
Just pinging it round us. Like.
Into Firmino.
I think what? Oh, he's through.
Clever one.
Firmino. Oh, it's 3-0. You're right, mate. It's goal.
See, you see,
Yeah.
missed success, man.
So we took off our 2
Literally,
attacking
you can
players
see it.
to let Liverpool score a
Literally,
3rd goal.
tuck the tail between our legs. Literally. Literally. I saw this shit coming, man.
We've taken off our 2 attacking players to
Yes.
put 2 subs on to
Yes.
shore up the defence to concede again anyway.
And this.
That's what I was just going to say to you. Like, it's the most frustrating thing to be 10 minutes from the time 2-0 down. There's still time to do something. You know, you see what we can do against Tottenham, and to make that's the part I'm baffled at the substitutions. I think we all are. Yeah, the substitutions are baffling.
That's
They
why
say
I
he walked-
I
they
reacted
walked
the
that
way I
ball in.
reacted. 'Cause look at it.
Like,
It's
they
really-
man.
It's really odd to
I'm
think that that's
confused.
what's happened.
I'm
I don't
so
want to
confused.
listen. Anyone that's in here, right, that's saying like we've done really well. We have done really well in recent weeks, and I think we're just frustrated, and I think all of you are probably all frustrated at the fact that we have, we're still in the game, 2-0 down with 10 minutes to go. I know we're playing the champions of England, but we're still in this game. We deserve to be 3-0 down.
And
Yeah.
that's
Yeah, we
what,
do.
that's what frustrated me with those substitutions. It's
Yeah,
like, even though
it
we're
was-
2-0 down, at least we can do something. If we get a goal, something can
West Ham
happen.
corner.
You never know, but the subs, it was like an exception. It was a wave the white flag. It was touch his leg.
But this is what's happened here. Moyes has changed my opinion in the way that we set out and go into all the games. He's absolutely set out, in my opinion. So I turn up to games now and I'm feeling a little bit more confidence. But then, every now and then, his dinosaur style of management, every now and then, let me categorically get this right,
Yeah.
every now and then, it turns up and this is what we get. So, Newcastle, Brighton, Liverpool, 3 games I can quickly name off the top of my head that we've could have tried hard, to make 2 defensive substitutions, 2-0 down with 10 minutes to go.
Come West Ham, 5 minutes to go. It's going to be 3-3. You never know. Right, Creswell
Well,
with a corner.
have we not got the record with 8 minutes to go?
Yeah, it was 8 minutes.
We're
wasn't it?
gonna break our new record.
Come on, Creswell, whip it in.
Didn't.
Creswell whips it in.
Hey,
That's
Dawson!
Yeah, go on.
Gone!
That's one. Craig Dawson.
To be fair, Cresswell has hit that corner. It's bounced
was
through
awful
absolutely everyone. Oh, absolutely everyone, and it's landed on Craig Dawson's foot,
He
who's
shinned
tapped the
that
ball
goal,
into the back of
didn't
the
he?
net.
He was
You
side
see
footed.
what
I
I'm
think he
freaking
shinned
saying?
it.
If this would have happened at 2-0,
You're right, mate. Cess, you are totally right.
This is what frustrates me. If this would happen at 2-0, you never know when it could have happened. Now it's
Mate.
3-0. It's 3-1 now. It's.
Come on, West Ham. I tell you what, lads.
I tell you what.
Attack like they've never attacked before.
Literally,
Get that goal. Go and get that goal. I know I'm dreaming. Go and get that goal. Go on. It's a 2-0 game. It's a 2-0 game, lads. With 5-6 minutes to go. Come on.
We've literally finally shown some freaking balls in the 85th minute.
Oh, nice play from Sufal. Come on.
Probably, yeah. We've said that.
Yeah, but do you know what? We're on the attack. If we get, come on, do something. Put them under pressure.
Get another goal. You never freaking know.
You never know, mate. You never know.
You should have made another attack.
Look, we're pressing now. Look, we're pressing. We're pressing. Come on. Come on. Oh, we're not anymore. Go on, Deckers.
Come on, man.
Hitting Hope forward. That'll do. To be fair, that's an example of why we should press them from the end, because he's just hitting Hope and it's landed straight on the chest of the West Ham player. But now Liverpool attacking again through the middle. Firmino's taking on, is it not? I don't know who that was. Salah. No, it's Salah now. 88 minutes gone.
Look, we got a consolation.
Come on, a bit more positivity, Matt. Come on. Still, the game's still on. I'm not joking.
But you know what? We didn't even really deserve it, to be honest.
No, we didn't. No.
We didn't.
We shit out of it.
Like 3-0 did not. Like 3-0 wasn't an incorrect score really on the flattery of the game. Like Liverpool deserved the 3-0 because they just dominated from start to finish.
Now we literally we cannot play like this against Villa because it could get embarrassing if we do.
Let's just say it's a blip. We've had a couple of them this season, and then they
bounce back. This is it's the Villa game, Sess and Matt, that's going to be the testing for what West Ham are doing this season. You know, we've not turned up today. Can we bounce back from it? If we can bounce back against Villa, then we have got a resolute team. We've got a resolute squad. We've got a squad that's confident. It's just had a bad day at the office.
Yeah.
And if we don't turn up to Villa, then you would start to, you know, you'd be like, right, okay.
It is like that. That's what I'm saying. Because Liverpool, they had their bad spell. No, they've had it. They lost to Burnley 1-0. You know.
The games are coming thick and fast as well. You know, a couple of days' time, we're already thinking about Villa. So.
You know.
When is the Villa game? Wednesday.
Wednesday?
I think it's Wednesday.
Wednesday, yeah.
Oh yeah, there's a full set of fixtures between Tuesday and Wednesday, isn't there?
Yeah.
Good tracking back there from Ben Rama. What's the 3 minutes injury time? 3 minutes injury time to get 2 goals to make it a. Come on, do something.
Yeah. This is the too little too late.
Yep.
I'm afraid, boys. So we just
You're
have
right,
to
mate.
accept it's the way it is, man. Oh well, we haven't turned up. We lost, so we just got to move, man. Move on to the next game.
If you are watching, we will do our highlights in words review 10 minutes after the stream finishes. Who's coming on? Are any of you's coming on?
I've got
Yeah,
to shoot,
come on.
so
That's fine, mate.
I've got
Matt will probably keep it, try our best to keep it kind of short anyway.
Yeah, it won't be a long one.
yeah.
We have much to talk about, have we? I'm pretty sure that was our only shot on target, wasn't it?
Don't know, mate.
Like I'm not mad. I'm just I'm just a bit
Disappointed.
Yeah. I'm disappointed because, especially with that substitution, that double sub. because at 2-0, we could have like even at 1-0, because even at 1-0, like Antonio missed that chance. Yeah?
And Ben Rama had that kind of opportunity and goal.
You know, so at least we'll get somewhere. Yeah, they score 2-0. And even at 2-0, like we showed some intent, you know, showed some balls. But it didn't. It was just like we've put Noble on, we've got Fredericks on. Now it's the acceptance of
We'll take the 2-0. Yeah.
We've accepted. We're just not seeing any more goals. But what happens? We have a goal. But,
I can hear water running.
Yeah.
It's not me.
Outside my window. I don't know what it is. I'm a drain didn't break
I
or
know
something.
it's raining near me, but it's not like water.
30 seconds to go, and I think that's going to be it. You know.
Yeah, it's pretty much.
West Ham just trying to play it around the back to stop Liverpool scoring again. For the last
Pretty
15
much done
minutes.
now. So. Yeah, pretty much done. All right, boys. I'm gonna eat some tacos, so I'll see you on Wednesday.
Cheers for that, Cess, mate.
Yeah,
Take it easy. And that's full time, mate. Matt, can you do me a favour? Go through some of the comments. I'll go and set up the show. If you are watching, you've obviously just witnessed West Ham lose 3-1 at home to Liverpool. Matt's going to go through some of the comments. I'll set up the other show.
Back a
And
bit.
we'll be live in about 10 minutes. All right. Matt, before I'll set it all up, I'll come back in and I'll let you know. Okay.
Yep. All right, mate. Right, let's go back. Was tactics temporary out of stock? Yeah, he didn't do well today, did he? The tactics were, I don't know. Don't explain them tactics. Sit back and absorb rather than giving it a go. Dawson's a revelation. He's been, considering he was a cheap loan option for like a fifth choice centre back. You know, he's doing really well in defence, and he's given attacking options aerially. He's scoring a lot of goals. He's scoring a good amount of goals for us, which is something nice to see. Just a shame it was already when we were 3-1 down. Seems no one turned up there. No, I think the thing is the defence wasn't actually that bad. The defending wasn't that bad. It's just weird that the midfield didn't give any cover. Rice and Souček didn't get to grips with their three-man midfield. They passed through us. But yeah, no one had a great game. How many can we score for some decent balls in? Yeah, the set pieces were a letdown today. I mean, even the one that Dawson scored, it wasn't a great ball in. Missed a lot of people, and Dawson was just there in the middle to do it. Dawson showed how poor Liverpool defending is. Shame we didn't test earlier. Yeah, well, we said before the game, and even the preview yesterday. You know, they've got no recognised. Well, Phillips is a centre back, but he wasn't recognised properly in their squad. They had to draft him in, and they had Henderson at the back, and Antonio didn't test him at all. I thought Antonio might try and run them ragged, you know, pin them, turn them, sprinting behind them, but he didn't get anything. He didn't get a sniff. Didn't get a single sniff out of them. Scott, we had 5-6 corners and didn't come close to getting the balls at Oggy Dawson Souček. No. That was the more annoying thing, is that we had all them chances and we didn't get a single good ball anywhere near the attacking players. Lee, I said 3-1, just the wrong team. I said 3-1 as well. I didn't see us losing that bad. I didn't see Liverpool playing that well like before the game, because they haven't been. But they were the better team. They are the champions for a reason, and the passing ability they showed them today was the reason why they are the top team. Toby, why is Yarmo trying to run in behind? He's got about as much pace as Noble. I think he's got slightly more than Noble, but yeah, he's not quick at all. But when you've only got Phillips and Henderson back there, you'd expect him to probably win it. That being said, I don't think he got many balls to run in behind for anyway. I think we need to sign a lethal finisher. Bowen and Antonio waste too many chances. Well, it was that chance for Antonio, wasn't it? I think, was it at 0-0? I think it was, wasn't it? 0-0, when he had that one chance. He put it wide of the post and then went down the other end and Salah stuck it in the back of the net. That's what you get when you have a right wing that's got strawberry laces for hamstrings playing up front. Like, and he's our only recognised striker, and he's not actually a striker. You know, that's the sort of way Moyes wants to play. Moyes isn't really fussed about having a clinical finisher. Moyes doesn't want an Aguero. Moyes wants someone that's gonna hold the ball up, make life difficult running behind, and then contribute goals. He doesn't want an out-and-out goal scorer. Ian, the pressing was anonymous and the long ball tactics didn't work. Well, I don't think anything worked today. I'll be honest, I don't think any of the tactics worked. I can see what he meant. He wanted to play long balls to avoid Liverpool's press, but our press was non-existent at the front, and the long balls weren't actually long balls, were they? They weren't long balls into Antonio. They were just lumped up the pitch, and then maybe Antonio can get hold of it.
Matt, I've set the show for 6:40 p.m. So the show will be going live in literally 14 minutes time, and I'll go and set it all up. Okay?
Yes, mate. Look, reality check tonight. They were just a better team, but it was just we didn't turn up. I think that's more annoying. It's not. I'm not like we didn't play badly. We just didn't turn up, and that's the annoying thing. Is that Liverpool deserve to win. Fair play. But we didn't turn up and do anything, and that's the problem. Yardy, you can't start a match in a negative fashion. It's annoying. Moyes, you got to blame for this match. Lingard will play 1 hour in line up against Villa. Moyes threw us under the bus today. Yeah, it's just annoying we didn't give it a go, because I'd rather give it a go and lose, because I'm pretty sure we could have given it, had a go and attacked and lost 3-1. So it kind of defeats the point sitting back and then you still ship 3 goals. Dawson's going to be our top scorer at this rate. Mate, if he keeps banging in the goal every other game, I'm sure he will be. Double-figured centre-back. I mean, I think he's on 3 or 4 now for the season. Ian, wins against Villa and Fulham will be buzzing again. Yeah, I'm still buzzing. Look where we are. It's just frustrating that we... And like I said, they deserve to win. But we didn't give any sort of account of ourselves whatsoever. We didn't turn up. That was the more annoying thing. Luke shows we're nowhere near the level we thought we might be tonight. You're playing Liverpool, the champions, and they had some players out, but you still have to turn up. You know, we was having to hope that Liverpool was struggling because of the injuries, and we turned up and played a away game. We didn't turn up, so it doesn't matter what Liverpool team turn up if we don't turn up, and we deserve to lose. Gary, not much to highlight, Anton. No, there's not. It's not going to be a long review at all, because there is not much to talk about, even outside of the chances that were there. There wasn't a lot to talk about. Antonio missed the turning point. Yeah, well, literally, you could not have picked it more, because they literally, I think they were down the other end of Salah scored to make it 1-0. Lee, they were better on the night. They were. Jake, Moyes got it wrong today. Yeah, well, the thing is, he played the team that he wanted, and then the team just didn't actually. I don't know if they were playing the tactics he set out. If they were, it was awful. Wasn't good enough at all. Stuart, kickoff was the turning point. We didn't turn up, so yeah. 2 moments of class by Salah was the difference. That first goal was, and then the second goal, I think it was the ball by Shaqiri first time. It was a brilliant touch from Salah, and he's placed it in. But like I said, we do it every year. We play Liverpool at home at London Stadium, and we give them a goal from a corner. I don't understand why. We just haven't learned. Reece, right, lads, Europa League is. Moyes only ever taken 1 point off Klopp, and that was at Sunderland. I mean, I don't know if that's true. If that is true, it might explain a lot. He just doesn't know how to play against him. Toby, I was more, although he played, but more annoyed that everyone is digging Moyes out. The tactics may have been wrong, but the players didn't do their jobs. No, you're right, Toby. It was a mixture of both, because a lot of the passing was sloppy. You know, and like you said, that if Moyes' tactic was to play long balls into Antonio to skip the press, we didn't do it because we didn't hit enough balls into Antonio. Sorry to be so negative with Moyes, but he's disgraced for getting that team so wrong. He even threw the game at 2-0. Yeah, see, I don't think he got it wrong to start with. I just don't think we played the way we should have played. But yeah, 15 minutes to go, he just went, it's 2-0. We're not getting into this, and gave up. That's why I put on two tactics. That's why he put on Moyes and Fredericks. He wanted the 2-0 sharp. I mean, somehow he managed to get it because we got a goal back to make it 3-1. He was trying to save the goal difference at that point. Salah mugged off Creswell. That first goal, I put down to Creswell because Creswell showed in Salah on his left foot. It's criminal. You know, same way that we had that goal in the game at London Stadium last year, and when Yarmolenko scored, we beat Chelsea, and the Chelsea defender pushed Yarmolenko in his left foot. Same with Salah. You don't do it because Salah will score and win. Like Salah will score. You push with left foot, you're inviting him to score. Long dark. We did okay, but got beaten by a couple of bits of world class. We did, but at the same time, we didn't give. Like, I don't think we gave an account of ourselves. I think that's the problem. We didn't turn up. Does our dependency on the four at the back system due to Masako missing mean we lack tactical flexibility and thus predictable? Liverpool quickly discovered how to beat us. I did say last night I thought Moyes might have played Johnson and gone to 5 at the back. He could have still done that, but he wanted to 4 at the back, and you know what? You can't really moan at him for trying to go for the attacking players. It's just he didn't play good enough to do the attack. Eamon, we need to go and beat Fulham and Villa to keep our own hunt for the Europa and make sure our season doesn't peter out. I'll be honest, I still think the Europa's probably beyond us. I think we'll probably finish 7th or 8th. But, I mean, Europa, I'm not in this hype that we should be going Champions League. I think Europa should be the very highest of the glass ceiling we're trying to attain. We should still be in it. And the thing is, everyone's losing to everyone. Like, Leicester lost today to Leeds. So, I mean, and most of the top 6 lost. I think it's only Liverpool so far that the top 6 won this weekend. So, who knows? I thought Antonio and Benrahma were pissed. Passing was poor. Yeah, I think everyone's passing was poor. I don't think anyone had a really great game, to be honest. We cannot just defend for 90 minutes. We showed them way too much respect. We should have gone at them for the first whistle, which shows we're not good enough for the top 4. Yeah, no, it does. You're right. We were saying before the game, we shouldn't be showing that much respect. We should have been going for it. But Moyes, for whatever reason, decided to panic and not press and not play our game and try to fix on stopping them playing their game. I lost where we are, so I'll just pick up here. Stream did just, was it a bad one? You died. It wasn't a bad one, but he should have hit the target. He should have at least made the keeper save it. Come back to the edge of the box and sort of Milner miscontrolled it. He took a touch and tried to bend it in the far corner. But he didn't make the keeper save it. We showed him too much respect. I showed him too much respect all game, mate, let alone the first half. I mean, we just never really... We had a couple of spells in the game where for like 3-4 minutes we were sort of going at them. And then we just weren't good enough. Liverpool were far superior and deserved to win. But we don't have a go at them, which we didn't. That's what you get. Yeah, Yardy. Even if you want to play with the big boys, you've got to turn up. Teams in the top 4 in any league can't play with negative football. Going forward, that scares me about. Yeah, you're right. It's very rare that you see, well, Moyes is, Mourinho's trying to do it at Tottenham, isn't he? But generally speaking, yeah, you can't put your top 4 team and play negative football. Long Dark, first shot was in the 33rd minute. Do you think Suchek was poor? I don't think anyone was good, to be honest. I don't think anyone had an amazing game. Trying to see what else we got. Where have we got to? You're talking about Stell? Yeah, I'm assuming Stell might be in the watch long. The review, I don't know. Stell doesn't do watch longs, apparently. I know a different class couldn't get the ball off them, but that was poor tactics from us today. Yeah, it was. We live and learn. It was one of them ones where we just got shown if you want to be a good team, this is how you got to play. Well, I've got to the end sort of the comments. We're going live in 5 minutes with what I assume is going to be a quick review. I'll be on there, Anton will be on there. I don't know if Stell is going to be on there. I couldn't tell you guys. He's a bit of a diva. And, you know, he's probably planning for his review this evening for his, Stell's Weekly. So I don't know if he's going to be on. But look, we live and learn. We go on. We got a spanking today, and 3-1 probably flattered us. It is what it is. I mean, we all were so hyped before the game. We knew we was going to lose at some point. The winning run was going to come to an end. I think the more disappointing thing is how we let it go. We didn't contest. We didn't battle. We didn't make Liverpool earn it. Liverpool walked across that grass without really having to break a sweat. They are world class and they showed it, but we should have really done more at the other end. We didn't really test them at all. That was their 12th different centre back pairing this season, and they looked like they'd been there all season together. But is what it is. Anyway, like I said, a couple of minutes we're going to be over doing a review. Come over and join us. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Get your comments in. As always, come on your irons.